I just want to say, hey, man, this is T.O., the cover athlete of the Madden 19 Hall of Fame edition, and you're watching the gold standard of the franchise mode, the MBL Network. Hello.
Oh, it's a big night of action as it is the NBL Live kickoff show. We are so happy to have you guys along with us. What's that? All right, we got a lot of action tonight. I appreciate Gibbs with the 13 months of subscribing to the NBL Network. We got a lot going on tonight. We got 6 live games, week 1 action here in the NBL Season 42 kickoff show. I'm Nick Mazesco, your NBL Network Director. Joining me as always is the Commissioner of the NBL. It is Bomber, who just subscribed with 21 months, currently on a 4-month streak because he fell asleep at some point. Things happen. A couple things before we get to the action. As you can see right now, we got 2 games going on. We got 6 games live tonight. Drops are active in the chat until 9 o'clock, so make sure you have your EA account linked so you can get those sweet drops. Those sweet, sweet drops that everybody loves and nobody complains about. And we also got a couple giveaways to do tonight. Same as last week, we're going to be giving away that Mutt 10 Troy Polamalu, as well as the 5K training and the power-up. And then we also have the Dante Hall to give away as well from the Most Feared. So a couple giveaways that we'll do throughout the show. Drops are active, a lot of NBL live action. Bomber, just like riding a bike, it's been a while as Draco throws an interception, because of course he does. It's been a while, but it's great to be back on the horse for a brief moment before I leave town for the rest of my life. So why not do 6 games tonight here? Big shout out to EA Madden NFL.
Yeah, we got a good show tonight. NBL Live broadcast number 317, and Draco's already rocking and rolling with the Draco offense. He's known for the Draco defense, so when you see the offense throw an interception, don't worry. The defense can get it back in this game, as you see right there. Khalil Mack, attack, is back.
Well, I just switched over and Gibbs threw a pick to unisolated Jimmy G at the helm. All right, so we have a lot of rosters that change. If it's your first time joining us, first of all, thank you so much for tuning in. And before we get too far, we want to give a big thank you. Shout out to the In the Air with the 3 months of subscribing. We want to give a big shout out to Elgato, who helps put on NBL Live. They've been a sponsor of NBL Live this entire cycle. Big shout out to Elgato. If you need to up your stream game, head over to elgato.com. Get yourself a little wide array of Elgato streaming products. As we'll go back to the double box just for a second. Anyways, so if it's your first time joining us, 32-man franchise. We got every team controlled by a user, so you're seeing 2 users play in each of these games. This is week 1, new season, season 42 here of the NBL. And the Great Gatsby asking, who's the quarterback for the Chicago Bears, Bomber?
Yeah, the quarterback for the Bears is not Mitch Trubisky anymore. He has moved on. He's actually going to be starting for the Detroit Lions this season, NBL season 42, as my man Nick just told us here on NBL Live Broadcast 317. Nick Mullins is who we all thought was going to start, 26 years old, 72 overall. But they're going with Jan Lino, number 7. That's going to be the starting quarterback for Chicago. He's a rookie, and he was drafted in the second round, middle of the second round. 66 overall, 87 throw power, 84 short, 80 mid.
By the way, as I adjusted the quality on that one, the Bears take the punt all the way back for a touchdown. So shout out to the sweet special teams play of the Cleveland Browns. I don't know about you. Yes, it's horrible. You can just say it.
All right.
You can just say it. Train's game is horrible, so we might be going to the single showdown with the Redskins and the Chargers. As I've been to Train's house. He's got pretty good internet. As Draco, of course, returns the punt, goes up 6-0, and then Cody Parkey's the extra point.
Yeah, it's the Draco offense at work right there. Anybody that's an offensive player for the Chicago Bears, you can't count on them for nothing. This is a team that's a perpetual 10-6 team at best, but they've been struggling as of late trying to get back into the playoffs here with this Bears franchise. He was the Chicago Bears owner in Madden 19, so he's trying to figure out here in Madden 20, and the Cleveland Browns coming off a pretty historic season in the NBL as they won the AFC North. They were the king of the North. We saw a lot of trash talk to the Baltimore Ravens owner as that's going to come back there. Yeah, so it was a big season for the Browns, and all we can expect coming into this season is that this is going to be some type of letdown, right? The Cleveland Browns are probably going to win, like, what, 5 games this year?
They've got a first-place schedule now. You got to think that the Baltimore Ravens have figured out some things offensively and defensively. They got fortunate in a couple of those games. I expect the Browns to sort of come back to the mean and be at that 8-8 level. Electrofly Gaming in the chat. What's going on, man? Yep, drops are active until 9 o'clock. Appreciate all you guys hanging out with us for a little NBL Live Season 42 kickoff show as we're here with the Washington Redskins and the LA Chargers, and the Redskins with the ball. Giving it to Philip Lindsay, acquired in free agency this year. But things that are still the same in Washington. Still got Dwayne Haskins at quarterback. Still got Terry McLaurin, their leading wide receiver. And still got unisolated as the owner, which means 5-11. Here we come.
Tight right. Even. Anybody's coming. Watch him.
A little out route on the left side. Easy pitch and catch for Dwayne Haskins. Been a pet project of unisolated, trying to develop him into a quarterback that can lead this franchise. This team, where did they finish last year in the NFC East? Did they finish last, or did the Eagles finish last?
The Eagles finished last year.
So they finished third in the division as Haskins rolls out on 1st and 10. He's got the crossing route wide, freaking open, and that's Terry McLaurin. The Buckeye connection right there. It's a touchdown for the Redskins. And man, Bomber, this Chargers team, let's talk about them a little bit.
Yeah.
As a big shout out to all those guys hitting that follow button.
Well, let's also bring up the fact that we got 2 teams playing today that had a trade with each other just a season ago. David Njoku traded from the Cleveland Browns to the Washington Redskins. Last season, David Njoku was trying to find his way here with the Washington Redskins and basically get his statistics up to somewhere where they go, okay, he was worth the, 11th overall pick in the NBL season 41 rookie draft. So Njoku was trying to kind of find his legs here for the Washington Redskins last year. 46 catches, 743 yards, 3 touchdowns, just 3 drops on the season. So we're all expecting him to have a big season this year, maybe 1,000 yards for him.
This Chargers team, let's talk about them for a second, because this is an interesting team in the NBL. Started out the first season of the cycle, season 40. I believe they were 6-1 to start the season. They were sort of the darling of the NBL, as they're going to hit a little post route. That's Keenan Allen. You can't leave him one-on-one over there. Jimmy Garoppolo delivering a strike. And then they faltered down the stretch. I believe they were 6-1 to start the season. They finished 7-9. Last year, regressed to sort of where we had seen Gibbs before in that 4-5 win territory. And yet they go out, they get Jimmy Garoppolo, somebody they're very excited to finally have a quarterback at the helm. They really didn't have one last year. It was, Tyrod Taylor, who got hurt for a while. They got rid of Phillip Rivers. So they finally have their young quarterback. They've got Melvin Gordon. They've got Keenan Allen. They've got the talent. But the problem is they play in an AFC West Bomber with the defending AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs, and it's going to be a battle for a wild card, if anything, in that division.
Yeah, it's been tough. Back when Phillip Rivers was still an NBLer, as he's already retired here for his career here in Madden 20, they were a much more efficient offensive team. Last year they went with Tyrod Taylor, which is where the Colts are going this year. We've had a lot of quarterback movement here in NBL season 42, the 42 off season. We got Andrew Luck playing for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers right now. Jared Goff's an Oakland Raider. We're just seeing all kinds of movement. Sam Darnold was almost on the move, but he ended up staying with the Jets. Jimmy Garoppolo's with the Chargers. Derek Carr's with the San Francisco 49ers. You're just seeing a lot of guys moving around. We talked about Trubisky earlier with the Lions. Jameis Winston moved in NBL season 40 from the Bucks to the Broncos. So a lot of cool stuff going around the NBL right now.
Oh, like Keenan Allen. It was right over the top of the linebacker, and Uniceland's got to be banging his head against his controller because you click on, you might be able to make a play. Instead, it's a ... to Keenan Allen, who may be Bomber, I will say he's the most underrated receiver in the NBL. Maybe it's because he plays on this team, but, man, you look at his stats. He is a tough customer to deal with.
Yeah, absolutely, and Jimmy G having a nice debut here in Week 1, NBL Season 42 for his new team, the Los Angeles Chargers, who signed him with quite a hefty deal, a 4-year, probably around $70, $80 million. You got 56 of it guaranteed. Actually, it's closer to 4 years. It's over 108 to be exact. 18 for Jimmy Garoppolo, 29 years old, man. That's just a nice debut coming off a very bad season where he had a 65 QBR for San Francisco.
First and goal for the Bears. Hands it off. James Conner at halfback, fighting forward to the 2-yard line. Give him 8 on his first carry of the day. Guys, we got 2 giveaways to do today. We have that Troy Polamalu 10 card. We also have the Dante Hall Most Feared. All you got to do to win that giveaway, you just got to be active in the chat, and you have to be following the channel. Just hit that hard button at the top, as that's a fullback dive, and that's a touchdown. A shout out to Pick of the Litter 2 with a follow. MMA Reflex with a follow. If I miss you, if I miscalled out your name, shout out, because they'll be popping up at the screen, and we appreciate each and every one of you hit that that follow button. Whether you're just following to win the giveaway or you're supporting the NBL Network, we certainly do appreciate it, as drops are active. And we got 2 great games. The Bears, 12-0. They've now missed 2 extra points.
Yeah, and you got to wonder what's going on, and you don't want to leave the door open for this very, the Cleveland Browns struggle offensively, but they have big play ability. We saw it last year when they played the Baltimore Ravens in those 2 crucial games. They were able to sweep that very tough Baltimore Ravens team because their defense came out to play, but more importantly, their offense was able to get some big plays down the field and convert some big-time third down. So you don't want to leave the door open by leaving points on the board, especially those extra points, man. You're looking at 12-0 right now. Should be 14.
Orange Punch in the chat says, are y'all having Daddy Leagues issues? Yes. I think Daddy Leagues has had some problems the last couple weeks. But I know Poppy's hard at work on that. Jay Ports apologized for not saying goodbye yesterday. Knew once he went up for Apex, he wasn't coming back downstairs. Me too, Ports. Me too. Big shout out to TP. What's going on, D-Train? Good to see you, man. Thanks for tuning in. As a big shout out to everybody hitting that follow button. We'll do our first giveaway about 7:45 after the 7:30 game gets going. Again, 6 games live tonight here on NBL Live. It's going to be a great night of action. As we're in the double box right now, both these teams just about in opposing territory. Browns in the pistol. I formation for the Redskins. Haskins right up the seam. A little juke move. That's David Njoku, the former Cleveland Brown, with the catch. And a first down for the Washington Redskins. 2 wide receivers for the Cleveland Browns. Pistol formation for Baker Mayfield. Handoff. That's Nick Chubb right up the middle. Hey, Freddie Kitchens, you should watch this stream because you notice they hand the ball to Nick Chubb, and Nick Chubb's on the field. It's weird how that happens. 12-0 Bears.
Yeah, if Freddie Kitchens is watching this stream and then he has some type of success and says he was watching the stream and he kind of picked up some good, nice run formations and sets, he probably will get fired even after the success, because you're like, man, how desperate must it have been?
Seamer! That's... Terry McLaurin, how tough is he? Right up the seam, and it's a touchdown. Everyone's calling him Scary Terry. I've heard he doesn't like that nickname. So I've heard that what we're supposed to call him is Scoring McLaurin.
Oh, man, I like Scary Terry. That's way better than Scoring McLaurin, even though...
he doesn't like it. I was in a house full of Redskins fans. They say he don't like it. 14-7, skins on top.
Well, you know, Kawhi didn't like the claw either at first. And now he's fighting Nike for the for the patent right now. So maybe things will change over time. But Scoring McLaurin, that doesn't quite roll off the tongue as easy as Scary Terry.
Shout out to all you guys hitting that follow button. Somebody asked how active you have to be. I have it set till, I think it's every 15 minutes you got to say something. So it's not like you have to type all the time. But just, be active, be a positive force for good, and you'll be entered for those 2 giveaways we have tonight. Drops are active in the chat. 2nd and 10 for Baker Mayfield. Looking left side. That's Antonio Callaway. Stonehands Callaway with the catch. And the other thing the Browns are going to have to deal with, Bomber, is this offseason, they have to sign Nick Chubb, Baker Mayfield, and Denzel Ward. That is, I know they didn't do a whole lot in free agency because they knew that was coming, but those are 3 monstrous contracts, especially that of Baker Mayfield.
And right now, just sitting with 11.3 in salary cap available. They've spent 206 of the 218. The cap goes up about, $12 million every year in franchise mode, as Nick Chubb laying the lumber down against this Draco defense.
Get out of my way.
And, 11 million free, and you got to sign, these guys, and it's just the most expensive players right now. I mean, obviously Jarvis Landry is probably coming off the books. He's at 14.8, so that's going to free up some space for you.
No way he gets re-signed. Keenan Allen. Oh,
So that's what he got. You also have Sheldon Richardson making 13, Demarius Randall with 11, Myles Garrett 18.53. If you want to know this roster, just go to MaddenBomberLeague.com, click the Cleveland Browns logo at the top, and you can get an opportunity to look at some of these rosters and take a look at the Browns and tell us how they're going to kind of finesse their way into trying to keep all three of those guys, because that's got to be the goal, right, Nick?
Oh, what are you doing? All right, maybe Baker's not getting a contract as Denmark picks that one off. He had the drag route underneath for a touchdown, decides to high pass it to OBJ, and Denmark says, no way, Jose, we want to keep this. A skunk on the other side.
Yeah, that's the Draco defense right there. Just a phenomenal ball hawk, tracking the ball, getting up there, able to make a play for the superstar Dev corner on this team.
Football fan, I'm always looking for more friends, of course. Garoppolo, 2nd and 10, looking corner route, right side. Miles can't hold on to that one. 44 seconds remaining in the first half. Jimmy G looks good in that.
That was a
blue.
very, I mean, that's not an easy throw that he put in a position where only his receiver could really make a play on that ball. Kind of dropped it in a bucket. Look at this. I mean, this is a nice throw, and that's good coverage by the Washington Redskins. Great job rallying down while the ball was in the air, able to jar the ball loose. But Jimmy G looks like he's found some new life in Los Angeles.
Hodges picked up. Garoppolo throws it right to the linebacker. That's McKinney, and he's got some room down the right side. Can he take this one to the house inside the 40? He's waving at Melvin Gordon, but Melvin Gordon says, hold on, big fellow, as Bernard McKinney with the pick over the middle. Same old Chargers, day after day. Gibbs has not changed at all.
Yeah, Bernard McKinney, former Houston Texan. He was traded with I believe a 3rd-round pick from Houston sent there. They got their 1st-round pick from the Washington Redskins, and Bernard McKinney, superstar Dev, 28 years old. He's a run-stopping middle linebacker, and anytime he can kind of get you a turnover in the air like that, you got to be feeling good.
Gibbs in the chat. Hand over his mouth. Haskins. Wow, look at that defense. Get to Dwayne Haskins. As down goes Haskins. Bryant finishes off the job. Bosa in the backfield. 2nd and 20. 25 seconds to go. Appreciate King Smitty hitting that follow button. Got first giveaway we'll do about 7:45 Eastern time.
Yeah, look at the scores right now, and we've noticed two teams, both the Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Chargers have left points on the board. And that could come back to bite them. The Browns were driving down the field, as you said. They had a drag. They forced it to OBJ. Gets intercepted. The Los Angeles Chargers, just a terrible decision. Throws it right to Bernard McKinney. As I said, he's a run stopper. When he's in coverage, usually that's a liability, but they threw it right to him. Jimmy G, finding his inner San Francisco 49er self, makes a turnover. So just keep an eye on those points as Los Angeles still only down 7 here, 14-7, 21 seconds left in the second.
Colts Rams are going to be kicking off at 7:30, 8 o'clock Eastern time. We've got 2 games kicking off. Let me see what games those are. It's Haskins dropping back on 3rd and 5. Looking at the angle route, that's like 9 pass interferences. Can't just stand there.
I was holding.
Oh, wow. All right, because the CPU was doing it, so that's not pass interference. Right. 8 o'clock, we got the Cards taking on the Titans. We also have the Vikings taking on the Steelers, and then at 8:30, we got the Saints taking on the Bucks.
Saints Bucks, an interdivision matchup. We also have Building the Franchise tomorrow night, starting at. I'm gonna actually get the time before I do that.
By the way,
pretend I didn't say nothing.
Big Cap says Bomber sounds uglier than ever.
Cap, appreciate you, man. You know what they say, right? Hate is the new love. So I reciprocate the feelings back to you. Cap, one of my favorite guys in the Madden community, whether he loves me or not. But if he hates me, he loves me. So welcome to 2020, baby.
Stage winner MTJS, what does MBL stand for? We are the Madden Bomber League, 32-man connected franchise on the Xbox. If you want to check out the MBL, you want to think about joining the leaders in full immersion gaming, head over to 365.maddenbomberleague.com. Click on the application tab. Throw it in that. Why not? It's free. Why not?
Yeah, tomorrow back on this channel, Building the Franchise, we're following the NFC South. Super Bowl champion Carolina Panthers, the Atlanta Falcons. They've been to the Super Bowl this Madden cycle as well. 2 NFC championship teams. And champions, then we had the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, obviously the New Orleans Saints. Tomorrow starting 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right back on this channel. Bucks versus Patriots. And then we're going to have the Eagles taking on the Panthers at about 7:30, and then followed up by the San Francisco 49ers taking on the New Orleans Saints.
Woo!
So 3 games tomorrow, BTF.
Oh, Fuller jumped that post route. It is all Bears. And right now I can tell you, Z-Star's in the chat. And Z-Star, owner of the Baltimore Ravens, is looking at this Browns team going, all right, you had your 1 year. You got your face on the Daddy Leagues page. Give it back to Papa. Giveaway coming up at 7:45. We're going to do that Dante Hall most feared card first. As, oh my, Tariq Cohen. Weren't you trying to get Tariq Cohen?
There was a deal in place. Cohen was on the flight. We actually had an itinerary set up for him, a whole day planned, festivities, and it all fell through. And at this point, we called Chicago and we said, delete our contact information, never call us again. We have
New
blacklisted
phone,
the Chicago
who
Bears.
dis?
Yeah, it was a very devastating situation. And yes, is the Chicago Bears owner Draco at fault for this? Absolutely. But I absolutely love Draco, so I mean, I'm not too mad at it, and you know, all's well that ends well. So as long as he gets hurt in this game, I'll be all right.
Hard Flats, how can I redo the link for my account? You can actually head over to EA Madden NFL's Twitch, twitch.tv/EA Madden NFL. There's a banner at the bottom of the page that's to link your account. You can just click on it and do your link there. Willpower for Life, what year is this franchise in? This is season 42 overall in Madden 20. We are week 1 of our 3rd season inside the game. While we got a moment here, by the way, we got to announce an award winner. We didn't do it during during a couple things, during the Super Bowl, during the draft, but each and every year we give out an Achievement in Media Excellence Award here in the NBL. Basically, it's given out by the network director to the person that contributes the most in that particular season to the NBL network, to the media that we put out, whether it is here on Twitch, or across any of our media platforms. And this year, as we'll wait for this kick, because it's going to bother me if we cut away. And they haven't kicked well today. Field goal is up. This one's good. Good for Chicago. This year's Achievement in Media Excellence Award winner is a man who I just met this weekend in person. It is Joe Cook, a.k.a. the Governor, who has the best photobomber in the world behind him. That is about 95% of why I picked him. But this season we started doing incentives for guys to be on NBL Live. Gov in the lead right now with 8 incentive points. He's always willing to be on NBL Live. Helps make the NBL Network great by having so many games of his on the network. And congratulations to Gov. This is your Cover Zero Award of the Year.
How many people from the NBL have you met so far? Out of the 32, I mean, how many do we have in Virginia Beach? Close to 20.
18.
And everyone's still here.
Was there anybody that wasn't there that, somebody who I've met? Other than Gov now?
Well, I mean, if we count the fact that Jamie and Cougs, who we've met with Cringe, it's almost...
That's not transitive property. I want to say 19. I think 19 in person. 3rd and 8 for the LA Chargers. They're down by 10, 17-7 the score. Garoppolo dropping back on 3rd and 8. Looking left side, a little hook route. Keenan Allen makes a catch in coverage, and boy, Jimmy G's completed a lot of passes to the other team today. 2 picks already, but Keenan Allen, 5 for 115. He's been the workhorse, making tough catches and keeping the Chargers in this game.
Yeah, you want to talk about a talented wide receiver that many people don't really talk about. You're going to bring up Keenan Allen. For some reason, the 29-year-old X Factor out of Cali, 91 speed, 95 short route running, 92 mid, 91 deep. But 91 Excel, 88 speed, at 6'2", 211. He just seems to always get open. 96 release. He's just a sure-handed wide receiver for this team, and he had over 1,000 yards last year, 66 catches, 1,100 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 155 fantasy points. So looking to kind of improve that output this year.
Demons 34. I seen a guy play against me a bit ago. He had 6 active ability players. How does he do that? You can only have 3 X factors per side of the ball, so you can have 3 offensive and 3 defensive. But that doesn't take away superstar abilities. B-Twum BTW. What is this? We are the Madden Bomber League. This is 32-man connected franchise. So you're seeing 2 user games, each and every team represented by an owner. They're all playing right now. So we got the Redskins, unisolated Redskins, taking on Gibbs' Chargers on the other side. We got Train's Browns taking on Draco's Bears in that one, by the way. It's 18-0. 3rd and 9 is a big third down for the Chargers. Can't turn the ball over. Little shades of Gov with a cover 0 blitz. Throws it up, batted away. You can look for a flag all you want, but that was actually one of the few clean plays we've seen, as the Chargers are going to have to settle for a field goal.
At home, a little home cooking. The Chargers are probably thinking, man, it'd be nice to get a DPI right there, keep the drive alive. 3rd quarter, 3 minutes left. But, hey, they're right back in it. All things considered, Jimmy G has turned the ball over, especially inside the red zone once already, and it's been costly as they're only down 7. That could really be the difference maker as this game gets closer to the end.
Also, if it's your first time joining us, you might notice things look a little different gameplay-wise. Couple things that make the NBL a little bit unique compared to some other streams you may see. We have a rule book for our sim franchise. One of the biggest rules is you can only call each name played once. So that's why you're not seeing maybe that meta you see on the competitive side. If it has a name, if it's called HB Stretch, you can only call that once. That's for the offensive side of the ball.
If it's called HB Stretches, it's considered a different play. So
yeah,
that's
we had the
how it rocks
HB
and
Toss versus HB TOS. Those are different names. So that's one of the big reasons why you're going to see a lot of passing. Very different from the competitive game, just a different way that we do things. So yeah, that's why you may be noticing things a little different. You also notice defensively guys have to stay in their zones. If they click onto a player, they have to strafe within their zone. That's a big difference. If you want to check out the whole rulebook, you can go to MaddenBomberLeague.com, click on the rules page.
You can download the C Scrolls.
Who called it the Sea Scroll?
As long as you have somebody online once called it Dead Sea Scrolls. It's pretty funny actually. So we've been rolling with that.
I think it's fun.
It is like 27 pages. I actually was looking at it yesterday because I almost made a mistake late at night making a cut. I thought I could cut somebody that was a little higher overall than I thought. For some reason I thought we could cut like 79 overalls.
No,
but
that
during
changed
the
with the new
season,
trade rule.
But it's only 74. Yeah, because of new trade. Yeah, exactly.
Let's go to back to the double box. I pulled up a new game, by the way. The Colts taking on the Rams. That's on Serp's stream, by the way. MBL_Serp. Colts and Rams. These are two teams.
Halfback dive isn't allowed. If you run halfback dive, no matter the formation, you've already ran halfback dive. You can run halfback smash, wham, or motion dive. Obviously those are different. But yeah, it doesn't matter the formation. It's not formation centric. It's based upon just the name of the play.
So yeah. Oh yeah, and that's a good point, Ric Flair. We do have custom books, so that helps with the named play. But you guys we see a lot of people talking about the competitive game, what the meta looks like. So if you're ever looking for something a little different, this is one of the options. Is Moreland around the right side. Nice sack for the Washington Redskins. Chargers get the ball back. Down by 7. Minute 44 to go in the 3rd quarter. Let's talk about this Colts-Rams games we got on the left side of the screen. Indianapolis Colts. Bomber, big move in the offseason. Andrew Luck, get on out of here, Captain. Send him to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They now have 3 first-round picks in the upcoming rookie draft. Who they got going at quarterback?
I believe the Colts are going to have Tyrod Taylor here.
Former Cleveland
You got the
Brown.
link for that stream?
MBL_Serp.
All right, thanks.
Oh, Williams with a catch! Oh, what a play! He didn't even go up for it. I don't know what happened there. Honestly, it looked like he clicked on and then didn't animate. So Williams just straight up out jumps Landon Collins, and the Chargers are in business at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, that's what he does. A big-time wide receiver that makes big plays in the air, high point, using his size and athletic ability to come down with the ball. Did you see him yesterday? Mike Williams just pulled away from the defense. This is a guy not really known for speed. 90 speed, 88 excel in the NBL, 84 agility. But, man, he was running away from the defense yesterday from the Packers. Jair Alexander, I don't know if you guys saw that play, but I was thinking, man, he was on his high horse yesterday.
Taking down an 8 for Garoppolo and the LA Chargers. Ball's at the 36-yard line near the fourth quarter. Holcomb right in the middle. Just gets rid of it. Finds Melvin Gordon underneath to pick up a couple, but good job by Garoppolo avoiding the sack. And you're seeing the Redskins getting aggressive defensively, sending a lot of pressure. Garoppolo's going to have to recognize that and maybe start. You look at that play, halfback angle. I mean, you think an angle route is a quick route, but it's really not. As how about the Colts with a nice little touchdown? Tyrod Taylor with his first touchdown throw. As an Indianapolis Colt, 3rd and 4, Garoppolo throws it into triple coverage. And there's a reason why those guys are all on defense. See that drag route? Pretty open. That's the theme of the day.
You gotta wonder what, I've heard of guys, playing sports your entire life. You hear of guys with the blinders on, right? This guy's got tunnel vision. I never can understand how you miss a guy right in front of you to drive the ball into triple coverage. That just cannot be tunnel vision, right? That's something supernatural because you're not seeing in front of you and you're seeing somehow at the next level. And I guess it is a form of tunnel vision. You're just kind of looping over. Your tunnel's got a little bit of elevation, I guess, and you're looking to that next level. But yeah, right in front of you, just completely missed it.
Guys, remember, we're going to do our first giveaway. It's going to be that Dante Hall Most Feared card, along with that 5K training and the power-up. We're going to do that in about 10 minutes. All you got to do to win that giveaway, you just got to be active in the chat. You got to be a positive force for good, and you have to be following the channel. So hit that heart button right at the top. You don't need to be subbed. Just hit that heart button. Make sure you're entered. Vivo de Chile says, I appreciate y'all's passion for this game and its franchise mode. Long live Madden. Appreciate the love, man. When is the draft? We actually just had our rookie draft bazooka, and you can find the archive of that over at our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Madden Bomber League. You can find all the archives of all of our NBL live games all the way back to the Dark Ages, as well as our rookie drafts and original program, including the Commissioner Corner podcast.
Yeah, and if you want to see who was selected number 1 in our draft and get a little snippet of what we got bring to the table as Philip Lindsay.
Right side. Oh, juke move. Oh, he's still going. Jeez, oh, man.
Once you see him kind of turn the burners on, he's even faster than his attributes say. It just seems like he's just a very smooth runner that can accelerate in open field. But if you want to see who got selected first overall and take a little journey into our draft and just look at a 30-second, I think it's maybe a minute, 2-minute clip. You can see it in our clips here on the channel. It'll be titled "Number 1 Draft Pick. The pick is it."
Ooh, a little drag right over the middle. Finding Brandon Cooks. Planet. Yeah, I had to get a little cut for head to San Francisco tomorrow, so I had to get the old mop cut down. Do you guys use custom draft classes? Nope, we use the auto-generated rookies.
And those rookies have an opportunity to go into our NBL Players Hall of Fame for every cycle, so they get remembered forever, and we don't, just kind of overlook the production that these guys would have on a Madden cycle. You can find that at 365.maddenbomberleague.com. Scroll down to the Quick Links tab and click the tab for Players Hall of Fame.
Man, I was shocked that Haskins was able to get that play action off. It took so long to develop. And then
Joey Bosa wasn't falling for it.
Bosa just goes, nah. I thought once he got through, there was like a quick read or something, but it was all mucked up in the middle. And so now a 3rd and 13 for Haskins and the Redskins, and this is a big play for the defense of the Chargers. They need to get a stop here. Here goes Bosa to throw underneath to Bryce Love.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be short of the line to gain, so Washington's going to have to settle for a field goal, and the Chargers will get the ball back, down by a score, and an opportunity to tie this game up, or if they're nope, the kick is up. No. It's no good. They got an opportunity to win. They got an opportunity for a glove drive.
And now we're really looking at that drive in which Jimmy G threw the ball right to Benardrick McKinney, and McKinney was able to flip the field. So you're looking at all these aspects, all these things that happened prior to this moment right here, and that missed field goal, Chargers could easily have the lead right now. Right now down 4, but still an opportunity to win this game, and they have not played their best football.
How's Serpstream going for you?
Yeah, I thought maybe it was mine, yeah.
No.
Well, we tell Bob, but I mean, he hasn't been able to stream since he was in Snoop Dogg's Madden League in
Hey, where can you find Snoop Dogg's Madden League?
Okay, a lot of people are asking about Snoop Dogg's Madden League. This is actually a great question. I believe it's down in Mississippi or New Orleans. It's a LAN league. They don't believe in the cloud. They don't trust the cloud.
Really hoping you can narrow that down a little more for us because Mississippi, New Orleans, those are...
Follow the signs when you get there. It's very easy.
A big shout out to Z45 Westcott with a tier 1 sub. Sub for 3 months. Appreciate it.
Welcome to the network, baby.
I'm actually going to get that giveaway set up right now. So we'll be ready to go at 7:45. We're going to that Dante Hall, most feared card. We're with you live, single game action while I try to get this stream to maybe cooperate. 17-13. Chargers down, but with the ball. 3:23 to go. 3rd and 10 for Garoppolo and the Chargers. This looks like cover 3 maybe. Garoppolo. Oh, he had A up the seam. Boy, Gibbs really loves throwing where the most white jerseys are. Unfortunately, the Chargers are in blue. Thoughts?
Yeah, just kind of predetermining pre-snap there for Jimmy G, and that's what got him in trouble in San Francisco. I mean, he posted a 65 QBR, then was rewarded with a $100 million contract this offseason, and this is pretty much the kryptonite for Jimmy Garoppolo. Pre-snap reads, he's unable to come off it, and he's always playing for the first down marker. A little predictable there offensively, and the Washington Redskins doing a pretty good job defensively this game. I felt like outside of Keenan Allen, which there's not much you can do. You just hope to contain. He's been getting off just a little bit. Here we go, Washington, 17-13. Dwayne Haskins trying to put this game away here in L.A.
All right, y'all, we got to populate this Nightbot for the giveaway, so we got emote only up. Show me your emotes. Throw up your MBLs if you got them. If you don't, give me your favorite emote in the chat. 1st and 10 for Philip Lindsay. Oh, my. I don't know, man. This Redskins team, NI's never really had a great running back that he's liked. Philip Lindsay might fit that mold.
Yeah, he's not a great running back in the NBL attribute-wise by any means, but he can get the job done. I mean, we're talking about a guy that's 85 overall, 27 years old, not going to be improving much anymore, but 92 speed, 91 excel, 90 agility, 88 juke move. So he's got all the abilities to be that elusive
Nightbot,
back.
please. Worst part is, as McLaurin's over the top. The worst part is, I got Nightbot turned off for the emote detection. It's still banning hard. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. Maybe that'll work. Might have fixed it. Who knows? Let me know who you want more right now tonight. Give me a 1 if you want that Dante Hall. Give me a 2 if you want that Troy Polamalu. I think I know where people are leaning, but hit me with what you guys are thinking. We'll draw that name in about 3 minutes. Make sure you're following the channel. If I draw your name and you ain't following, you ain't winning. It's that easy. Hit the heart at the top. Scarecrow saying GG's in the chat already. Garoppolo over the middle. Keenan Allen. He's been the one weapon. 16 to 27, 278 for Garoppolo. But boy, a lot of questionable decisions. And
yeah, as good as Keenan Allen, Garoppolo to Keenan Allen has looked, and even Mike Williams on a play here and there, you take that away, it's been really horrendous on the offensive side of the ball.
They're gonna draw first that Dante Hall. We'll do the Troy Polamalu in the second hour. We got a lot of action left here on NBL Live. What is this? What broadcast number are we on?
317.
That's what I was gonna go with. So yes, I can count. Broadcast 317 here on the NBL Network. I'm Nick Mazesco, your NBL Network Director. Joining me as always, the Commissioner of the NBL. It is Bomber. That's Miles with a nice catch. Minute 51 to go. Chargers use a timeout there.
Yeah, why? Was that an injury timeout or something that we didn't
Nope.
see?
That was a straight called timeout. Bold play, Cotton. A bold play. Garoppolo, 1st and 10. Corner route. He's got Melvin Gordon. I thought he was in, but they're going to call him just short. Andy Miles looks good. Indeed.
Here we go. Right there, 54 Mike.
Appreciate all you guys hanging out with us for NBL Live. Of course. Love fullback dive. Punch me, P-Sig. Never got to watch you guys before. Looking forward to the content. Appreciate it, man.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again. Here we go, here we go.
All right, Nightbot populating up. Drawing in about a minute. Why not hand it to Melvin Gordon, who stumbled over nothing?
I missed it.
Here's the... He definitely just stumbled over himself. He had a touchdown and just got a case of the drunk stumbles. Great Gatsby, appreciate you guys streaming while I grind Mutt Master stats. Makes the time go faster. Of course, man. Appreciate you tuning in. Garoppolo back foot, cross body. Nobody home. 4th down. You got to kick the field goal.
Ah, man, I'm going for it. You don't have any timeouts here. I mean, you got 2 timeouts. You can't really stop the game. I just try to get some work here inside, but they keep their hopes alive here. 8-point game. They're going to need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here.
And
an onside kick, obviously, to start it off.
Oh, yeah. Kick is up. It is good. And now the most important kick. They need to get this one back, down 24-16. No. It's a no. It's a no on my part. There we go.
There we go.
Zez Marine, congratulations. You have won that Dante Hall. Check your whispers. You'll have 5 minutes to claim from the minute I send you that message. So check your whispers. We still got that Troy Polamalu to give away. But congrats to Zez Marine.
You don't want none of that. Give it. Pick up the ball.
Let me submit.
Come on, set. All right, Mike, put this work.
All right, he'll have till 7:51 to claim. But congrats to Zez Marine. All right, well, the Washington Redskins didn't come over in that one. I assume the Chicago Bears won that game, by the way. I assume. And let me change this over. And there we go. We're on the Colts and the Rams, 7-7 the score. Tyrod Taylor is going to have to throw this one away. They're nearing halftime. We got another set of games kicking off at 8 o'clock Eastern time. So don't you worry. Plenty of action as we are live with drops until 9 o'clock. We got another giveaway to do. Zez Marine has claimed it. So we have that one more giveaway. We got the Troy Polamalu Mutt 10 card. And we will be giving away that one probably right around when the 8:30 game kicks off / gets through the quarter or so. Deep pass, looking for Parrish Campbell over the top. Stone cold drop. It was a beautiful read. It was a great throw, and Parrish Campbell, you didn't learn those stone hands at Ohio State, man. Come on.
That's not the easiest catch right there. That's over the shoulder. He's on the go. He probably finds himself open. Can't believe it. Maybe a little excited. But Tyrod Taylor puts the ball right on the money, up over the top. You got to come down with that, especially on the road, 7-7 ball game. That's another one of those plays that we're going to look at the end of the game and probably go, man, that would have been 7 on the board.
Ebron with a catch on 3rd and 10 to pick up the first down. Timeout taken by the Colts as there's only 47 seconds left in the first half. Once again, want to give a big shout out to everybody out there hanging out with us. Big thank you to everybody over at EA for the drops and the giveaway. Shout out to Agent K, a.k.a. Kralo, and Gabby over at EA Madden NFL for the drops and the giveaways. After this drive, I'll throw up the schedule for the rest of the week so you guys know where else you can get some drops and some giveaways. I appreciate you guys all hitting that follow button. First down to 10, Tyrod Taylor, high pass, Eric Ebron. He never did that in Detroit, but he does it in Indy. Nice catch, back of the end zone. Colts go up by 6.
Yeah, looking for Eric Ebron. How great has this Indianapolis Colts passing attack looked? I mean, we came into this season thinking, okay, they trade Andrew Luck, they accumulate a lot of picks. This team is probably tanking. I mean, to be honest, this is a team that's probably going to lose this year and then go get their quarterback. But Tyrod Taylor says, hold on, just wait 1 minute. let's keep the hope alive here in week 1. They're up 14-7, and they've been moving the ball nicely. Paris Campbell, Eric Ebron, Will Fuller. There's just a lot of guys making big plays for this Colts offense.
MJK in the chat asks, when you guys started this, was there a fantasy draft? Or did you guys get actual rosters?
These are all reg rosters that we're using. Except for OSU's team. He fantasy drafted his on the side, and he was able to bring in some star players.
Yep, that's why I haven't won anything. Nice
Doesn't mean you didn't cheat.
It's true. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Right?
Yeah, Pricey called me. He goes, man, Bomber, the score is closer than it looked.
No, it wasn't. Pricey,
And then he
no,
goes-
it wasn't, bro.
I said 40-0, huh? He's like, it was closer than it looked. I was a play or 2 away, man. I was like, from what?
From
Putting 3 on?
43. It was pretty bad. I held him to negative 33 yards passing. Just a play or 2 away. Bomber, I was gunslinging it, man, and just a couple slings away.
And he's in a division with the Chiefs.
Hey, good luck. It was 31-0 at the half. I got a safety in the 4th. Felt bad. Reezy says the woeful Rams are trying to make a push.
If Pricey's Madden gaming inside the NBL could be summed up to a play in the NFL, it would be the Dan Orlovsky
Run out of the back
drop
of the end zone?
back into the back of the end zone, and didn't know it was illegal. You can't do that, Bomber, since when?
Well, Bomber, I was the quarterback. Quarterbacks can't get safety just for running. Who was this? Barely Gaming TV. Is this also run on PS4? No. No, we are Xbox only. Furious Styles, you know the pain. Teamans, I do not lift. No. Burritos, that's all. That's all I got. 47, Colts on top. We got a couple games kicking off in about 9 minutes time that we will bring up on stream, but we appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Big shout out as always to Elgato, our NBL Live sponsor. Check them out at elgato.com. Get yourself any of the great Elgato streaming products. Matty Stafford at the helm of the Los Angeles Rams. Matty Stafford can't complete that one. Bomber, was it weird not being the Lions this year?
You know, it was probably time at this point. So, you know, it's time to move on. Time to take a different team. That's how I kind of felt. So was it weird for me? Not really, because there was nothing too desirable over there. There hasn't been anything really desirable over there for quite a while.
Hey, but Fat has carried on that
Outside
legacy.
of TJ Hawkinson, I was interested in.
Oh, Todd Gurley. But Fat has
Fat
carried
has
on
been
that
terrible.
legacy.
I told Fat it's just really disappointing to see him make all the wrong moves.
Kyle, nah, I never played football. The one sport I didn't play. As a nice little slip screen to Todd Gurley. 1 timeout remaining for the Rams, 12 seconds to go. In the first half, Stafford at the helm, 3 wide set. Now it's got the tight end Gerald Everett in the slot on the left side. Stafford on 1st and 10 seconds, takes a sack. Can't do that. Can't do that when you don't have any time, when you only got 1 timeout left. So they're going to have to settle for a field goal. As we've seen today, field goals are not gimmies. Apparently we've had some field goal kicking problems. This one looks like it's going to be good. Ball is down. The kick is up. Wait a second. Hold on. Timeout. Timeout. The Rams have Joe Flacco and Matt Stafford? What are they, trying to build the all-star team from 2006?
I just can't believe Flacco still got a contract in this league after, you know, everything that he's been through in the NBL, in the sense of he was just someone you couldn't cut. He was killing a team's cap penalty. He didn't do anything this year. He ended up getting cut after the Broncos traded Tampa for Jameis Winston to start this cycle. He got cut. The Bucs picked him up. He didn't do anything good, but yet still finds a way to have a job in the NBL. It's very similar to Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod Taylor is another one that I mean, ever since we started this in the NBL, since Madden 25, Tyrod Taylor, and I think it's probably due to his athleticism, you know, it's just something that you're like, well, if it all goes down and my quarterback goes out, at least this guy, you know, maybe he can't do it with his arm as well as my starter, but he's got the legs and maybe we can offset it a little bit. But he has had some really bad seasons, Tyrod Taylor, in the NBL, but he always continuously finds work.
Let's show you that Madden Live schedule for the rest of the week so you guys know we can get your drops and giveaways. Tomorrow, we got Good Morning Madden at 10:30, Trumpet Monkey at 11 a.m., K-Mac at 7 o'clock at night. Zan's going to be on at 11 on Wednesday with C-Ball and Gaming at 8. Notice that time a little different. Most of them are at 7, but C-Ball is going on at 8 o'clock on Wednesday. Thursday, it's going to be Popular Stranger and AZ Rhino. Friday, it's going to be Chewbacca Lemma, who we saw at the Houston Texans Club Championship. Great performance by Lemma. Shotmaster at 7 o'clock. And then on Sunday the 10th, it's going to be J-Dub at 10 a.m. Drops and giveaways all week long. Big shout out to our friends over at EA Madden NFL for making this possible and for giving you guys the drops and giveaways that we know you love oh so much.
Is that the slogan? Giveaways.
Yeah.
You love them oh so much. It sounds like a
that's what I'm saying about
like
drops.
a cereal slogan there.
That's what I'm saying about drops. Drops you love.
Drops. You love them
much.
so much.
No one complains about the derby drops. 3rd and 7, Stafford.
Everybody loves those silvers. Oh wait, do they promise them to be golds now, or? Porter told me he got an elite from a drop.
I pretty consistently get golds.
I thought he said he got an elite, like an 82, 83.
Possible, yeah, for sure. Five Studwell, I love Zan. Who doesn't? Zan's the man. 1st and 10, Stafford over the middle, post route to Cooper Kupp. 13 of 15, 158 for Stafford. Cert moving the ball effectively through the air.
Yeah, this is when the Colts usually have problems. Last year, the first half of the game, if we only played a 2-quarter game in the NBL, the Colts might have been 9-7 last year. This is a team that just perpetually falls apart in the second half, and it's not just the Colts franchise, it's the Burrito Bob franchise. It's kind of his MO here in the NBL.
Robert Woods underneath, give him another first down. Tipsy Wit says, I've gotten elites. Friday got lucky and got Ramsey power up. Pudge saying I've got a couple elites, got an 83 legend last week. It's certainly possible. I'm not saying it's going to happen every time, but at the end of the day, guess what? It's free. So you might as well show up and you might as well get them. We got another game about to kick off. Steelers versus the Vikings. Frank Sweet in action. Stafford on 1st and 10, dropping back to pass, looking right side. That's Brandon Cooks. That's the tough part about this Rams team, Bomber, is this wide receiving core, Woods, Cooks, and Kupp, can't really just key in on one of them because they're all very good, and then you got to worry about Todd Gurley in the backfield.
Yeah, they got a lot of speed on the offensive side of the ball. Even Gerald Everett, the tight end, is a formidable tight end, solid athletic tight end for this team. But yeah, Brandon Cook's speed, Robert Woods' ability to get over the top, and then Cooper Kupp can play everything intermediate and underneath as well. So you just have a lot of weapons, and then you top that off with Todd Gurley in the receiving game as well as in the run game, and that makes them a dangerous team.
Oh,
as Stafford really tries to make us eat our words.
I just want to point out that was 2 really bad plays in a row because on 2nd and 1, they run Todd Gurley. Doesn't use arm bar, doesn't make a move, just sort of runs into the tackler and loses a yard. And then that pass is on 4th and 2. The kick is up. It is good. Rams cut it back to a 1-point lead.
Yeah, let's see what Tyrod Taylor can do. A lot of people question, what did you think about the trade, getting rid of Andrew Luck, superstar X Factor, 31 years old, still has a lot left in the tank here in the NBL. What did you think about him getting traded to Tampa and them accumulating all those first-round picks for this upcoming draft, including a Houston Texans first-round pick, in one in which I traded to Tampa for Mike Evans?
Let me get real close to the microphone and let you know what I think about it. I love it. I have said all along, if you are a team that struggles with turnovers, if you're a team that struggles to pass the ball, why bother having X factors at quarterback? Why bother spending on offense? It's a great move as a little pass to Paris Campbell.
Nice play.
Assuming that the Indianapolis Colts use their 3 picks in the upcoming draft to draft defense. Build yourself a powerhouse defense with young athletic players that can force turnovers and try to keep games at that 10-7, 14-10 level. You're never going to score 38 points if you turn the ball over 4 times a game. So Andrew Luck's cool and all, but why not trade him? You know, if you don't like him, you might as well get something for him. And then all of a sudden, you can really build a defense that's great. And that's how I feel for those guys who are bottom of the league, high turnovers. Like, I'm going to draft another wide receiver. Who cares? Like, get defense. Build a defense. So if he goes out and gets defense, I love it. 10 out of 10. If he goes out and drafts a quarterback,
hey, to put this in context, guys, OSU needs a wide receiver. Stop taking all his wide receivers.
That's what I'm trying to say. God. good one coming off the books. Y'all got to settle down.
The third time's a charm. Another wide receiver. Actually, in the NBL draft, if you guys haven't checked out the highlight, a left tackle went first and a left guard went second. I mean, talk about the evolution of Madden in franchise mode where you get a 32-user league and it's not wide receiver, quarterback, or cornerback going. There's edge rushers. There's offensive linemen going. I mean, I would have never thought, when we started Madden 25 that you'd see an offensive lineman go first overall. I mean, really, people weren't even taking offensive linemen in the top 10 because they would just develop them. And now with the abilities and the guys coming out.
Tyrod.
Yeah, just nowhere to go there. I wonder what he was thinking there. Ran right into Glowinski there.
Hey, bud, move. Hey, move. Hey, damn it. 4th and 10, they're going to have to settle for a field goal. Nice stop there by the offensive
I was thinking
line.
maybe it was some kind of trick play there. I'm going to run into this lineman. Everyone's going to get a little confused. Oh,
Oh,
wow.
boy. Got it. Kobe.
Is that Adam Vinatieri out there?
It actually might be.
But yeah, when you're seeing linemen go that early, it really just talks about the evolution of the game. Also, you can look at physical wide receivers inside the franchise mode and these regs. Those are receivers that we used to just look at as being just slow. There wasn't really any value, but you see guys like N'Keal Harry, Mike Evans, these big physical wide receivers that maybe don't bend like the typical Madden receiver that we like, the speed guy that has the high agility that can get in and out of routes, but they can do things now. Obviously release is much smoother, and then they have the ability to hold on to the ball in traffic, and they can use their size over the top consistently in a plethora of ways. So it's really cool seeing the evolution of the game and it becoming more and more dynamic and deeper as the game and the series progresses.
Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Todd goalies, get off of me. 10-5, Rams on top. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. 8 o'clock Eastern time, and we've got more NBL Live. This is week 1 action here in season 42. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Nick Mazesco, your NBL network director, hanging out with the commissioner of the NBL Bomber. Right now, we've got 2 games going on. We actually got a 3rd game about to kick off, but you're watching Minnesota and Pittsburgh. Frank Sweet at quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Bomber, that's on Porter Stream. The T-Ports. We've got a big shout out to Track Star 855 with the sub. Appreciate it, my friend. We got one more giveaway to do tonight. It is the Troy Polamalu Hut 10 card with 5K training in the power up. We're going to be doing that around 8:30 Eastern time. You got to be following the channel. You got to be active in chat, and you got to be a positive force for good. So make sure you tune in. D-Croft in the chat. It's either D-Croft or it's J-Wall. It's unclear. It depends on the number of T's. When you fly out to Cali tomorrow morning. I flew back today from D.C. I fly out to Cali tomorrow morning for the West Divisions out in Cali as we continue the club championship season. We've already got 2 players have punched their tickets into the final 32. Voltrax out of the Arizona Cardinals. And then we saw Mills in the Houston Texans. Took down Joe Rice, a.k.a. Wesley, in the final. Oliver Baja, how do I make sure I get my drop pack? You got to link your EA account to your Twitch account to do that. Head over to twitch.tv/EA Madden NFL. There's a banner at the bottom that will link you to the link page. Frank Sweet looking for Juju on 2nd and 20. He makes the catch. Bomber, let's talk about Frank Sweet. Because Porter reached for this guy. Reached real hard for this guy. But he is riding with him at quarterback. Had a rough rookie year, but did get to develop him and got him almost to a 70 overall.
Yeah, which is quite the accomplishment from where he came. This is a guy that was a complete reach. If Skip Bayless was, if he was analyzing the NBL and he saw Frank Sweet's name, he'd call him Frank Sauer 100%. Out of Arizona State, this is a guy 86 mid, 86 throw power, 87 short, and 78 deep. Just not good. And he's actually 69 overall, but that's a touchdown bucky.
Tamooch, the Tamooch Meister. Which, by the way, I would like to point out yesterday, it would have been Saturday, in D.C. Was the first time that I
can't say D.C. on a Madden stream, bro.
Sorry, first time in Washington. It was the first
the District of Columbia.
It was the first time I figured out that Tamooch and Bucky were the same person, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You didn't know that?
I don't know how I missed that, but it just never.
Well,
Never
now
got
it makes
there.
you think even less of Porter, how he just
Oh,
completely
yeah, totally.
chased that XP depth for Bucky Hodges.
You're the worst.
Maybe that's why Gov and Porter have such a close bond when they met up. It was the Bucky Hodges bond, right?
The Buck Bond. 7-7, Minnesota and Pittsburgh. Let's flip over here as we got fours up in the chat. It is fourth quarter time in LA. Rams up 19-14. It was the Colts on top for a while in this game, but the Rams able to fight through a couple stops, able to put the touchdown on the board. Couldn't get the 2-point conversion, and now they have the ball with the lead.
Yeah, it was 14-7. Colts were up, but the second half has always been the kryptonite for Indianapolis, and today is no different here. NBL Live Broadcast 317. If you're interested in joining the NBL, go to 365.maddenbomberleague.com to apply today and work your way up through our development league, The Grid. OSU, you were in The Grid once, right?
It was indeed.
How was The Grid then? Not the same grid now.
No, it's not the same. Look at
It's
over
like Smoky Mountain to NXT. There's going to be a flag there.
it's like old FCW to NXT. As that's a big pass interference. Puts the ball at the 13-yard line. Reezy saying the Rams could get a win. B. Ravens, can y'all do a Thursday night game in the near future? Thursday night NBL, or like what Problem does with the Thursday night football? The answer to both is probably no, because beginning tomorrow, I'm out of town until the new year. A lot. Club season. It's crazy.
Oh, we got to call a game, though, when we go to Phoenix, man. I was thinking about it.
Oh, what a catch! Gerald Everett goes up for it, gets hit, back falls in bounds. Rams extend their lead to 2 scores.
Gerald Everett making a play, and what he does with his athleticism and skill set is he's able to do things like that. He's not really open, but he's open enough to use his size and his ability in his hands to just hold on to the ball and make a nice red zone reception there. We're talking about 14-7 Indianapolis Colts. Right now they've been outscored 19-0 in the second half. What is going on with the Colts? Well, it's SOS. It's the same old story.
Is he dead? Dwyer looked over the middle for Dalvin, and Dalvin got absolutely gored.
Yeah, you got to
Ric
wonder
Flair-
what Dalvin did to the young sophomore quarterback Dwyer there, because he just threw him right into oncoming traffic.
Yes, Flair, I'm bringing my box. I'm not going on auto for 3 weeks. I'm sorry.
He was thinking he had the division.
He's like, I got this, man. That's like 7 losses right there. I might be able to take it. 3rd and 7 for Emmett Dwyer and the Minnesota Vikings. Dropping back to pass. Dwyer. Blitz picked up nicely. Porter, late reaction. Smith breaking tackles inside the 14-yard line. Battle of 2 quarterbacks drafted in the season 41 NBL rookie draft. Emmett Dwyer and Frank Sweet. Bomber Emmett Dwyer actually was projected to go in the first round.
Yeah, Emmett Dwyer was really the kind of the heel of the draft, I'd say. He was a quarterback that we were all looking at, that we knew had the talent. 78 overall, star dev, 23 years young, 6'5", 244. Also, I think the Jacksonville Jaguars got a nice quarterback as well for themselves in that same draft. Frank Sweet was just really the reach of the draft.
Furious Styles, we're on All Madden. Trackstar, how do you get drops? Head over to twitch.tv/EA Madden NFL. At the bottom of the page, they have their little info section. Click on the link to go to link your EA account to your Twitch account. You have to link your EA account to your Twitch account. Nightbot got you right there. I actually had it. Exclamation point link. I forgot I made that one. There you go. Use that link. Click on it. Link your EA account. Boomski.
You know, if I was that guy and I was asking, hey, how do I get the drops here? And you started giving me this long I would just be like, all right, I'm out of here.
I don't want that. I don't want those
Too
free
much
cards.
work.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm done.
Shout out to May
It's like
J.
when Porter
Dallas.
tells me how
What's
to do
up?
these solos. He's like, don't you want this card? Here's what you got to do. And I'm like, all right. He goes, it's real easy. Just go in there. You're going to play this one thing there. And then you're going to put this thing to hard diff. I'm like, nah.
I'm back out.
I'm going to rip some packs. I'm already ripping packs, man.
Dwyer on 3rd and 12, trying to get out of the pocket. Porter with that sweet defensive stick. And then he hurts one of his players. End of the first, 7-7, 4th down.
Yeah, you got to stop shooting yourself in the foot if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers here. They had a couple opportunities to kind of get some turnovers here. Still got 6 minutes left in the second, a lot of time left. But I felt there was a couple suspect throws there from Dwyer on that last drive in which the user could have made some plays, but he just didn't.
as former Cowboys kicker Brett Maher kicks this one away. 10-7 the score. These two teams, Pittsburgh Bomber, as Hilton goes down with broken ribs, bottom of the AFC North last year, but a lot of young players they're developing. Minnesota, on the other hand, has been a challenger for the NFC North title these last 2 seasons. They just can't find a way to beat those Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, you got Aaron Rodgers, you have Aaron Jones, you just have so many players, Devontae Adams, that are making plays, and the defense has only gotten better with the addition of Myles Jack for the Green Bay Packers just a couple seasons ago.
Good, appreciate the love, man. Thanks for tuning in to NBL Live, broadcast 317 here on the NBL Network. Sorry, Kenny K, man. Hey, if you send me those 2 golds, I'll give you 2 silvers. I got you, man. It looks like the Rams are going to win this one as Aaron Donald makes a play. Aaron Donald hasn't put up the numbers I think Serp was hoping for.
He's been terrible. I mean, not terrible this cycle, but he has not been what we expected. I mean, with the pass rush.
Really? Colts punting the ball? Down by 12? All right.
Maybe they're hoping for a Matt Stafford interception.
I mean, not the worst thing to bet on.
Draco would punt it there for sure. So maybe it's the Bears and the Bears fandom in him right now that's telling him to do that.
Love the other game we got going on right now. Eric G. Odds, his stream is functional. Tough call, right?
Well, if you're betting that it is, it's probably bet 100 to win 600, 700.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a plus 600. As on 3rd and inches. Oh, my God. Is Porter about to quarterback draw with Frank Sweet? Yup. He got murked on his two.
Man, here's a problem. You got to have patience. You got to sell it. He went to the turbo way too quickly, which got him the shed right there. He could have stepped up without hitting turbo and then turbo. So definitely missed opportunity there for Porter.
Recommend we'll be giving that away about 8:30, sometime between 8:30 and 8:45. Left side of the screen, we got the Tennessee Titans taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Titans already up 7-0 that game. But the Arizona Cardinals, Bomber, team that I think a lot of people are sort of wondering, where do they go now? They've got Kyler Murray, who really developed into an MVP candidate almost. NFC West title. Is this a team that can repeat with that first-place schedule?
You know, that's the question. They're going to be taking on the AFC South. That's my division. Houston Texans, Jacksonville Jaguars, Tennessee Titans, and you see the bottom-dwelling Colts here today. So you got to wonder, with the first-place schedule and playing a 3-deep division there in the AFC, how much success he will have. But the good thing for him is everybody else's division outside of the first-place schedule, they're going to have to play this tougher divisions as well. So, you know, I think he's got an opportunity to repeat here.
In the double box right now is both these guys near the red zone. Cardinals going to get the ball back. 2nd and 10, right side of your screen. Emmett Dwyer looks over the middle. Tough throw in coverage to Adam Thielen. But he's able to come up with a catch. Nice tackle there from Devin Bush, facing a 3rd and 5.
Yeah, Adam Thielen and Stephon Diggs were kind of in question here for the Minnesota Vikings. Both of those guys had their names kind of dipped around in trade talk. A lot of movement in the NFC North. We saw the Detroit Lions almost bring over 2 quarterbacks. Both of the deals fell through. You had Sam Darnold. You had Derek Carr. They end up bringing Antonio Brown over. So the NFC North was very active. I think each team is trying to get over the hump against that very tough Green Bay Packers team.
Whoa, Dwyer, what a throw to Smith Jr. on the right side. Bracket coverage. No problem for Emmett Dwyer, the second-year player. Looking to lead the Vikings to an NFC North title this year.
Yeah, we're seeing a much more aggressive air attack for Dwyer today. Maybe they're getting a little bit more trust in this sophomore quarterback because Dalvin Cook has been the workhorse for this team. Now they're trying to find him a little bit more balanced attack. As you see, 6 carries, 85 yards for him. He's been very successful on the ground and pound.
Yeah, he did have, before we flipped over to that game, he had a 70-yard touchdown for the first score for the Vikings. Up 10-7, left side of your screen. David Johnson with the carry over the left side. Not a whole lot there. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 5. Schedules coming up. We got, BTF coming up tomorrow night, 6:30 Eastern, correct?
Hey, yeah, I believe so. I don't have it pulled up in front of me. What I said earlier, I think
Yes,
I said
Jay
6:30.
Bruschi. Sergerman asking, where did Kirk Cousins go? Is he still a free agent? I know
That's a good question.
He was a free agent to start the preseason week 4 because he was an expensive back.
He wanted $9 million, for a year. So I don't know. Yeah, tomorrow BTF is going to be tomorrow night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tuesday, Bucks versus Pats. Then we have Carolina taking on the Philadelphia Eagles, finishing up with the Saints versus the Niners. 3 games, building the franchise as we follow usually just one team. This season, NBL Season 42, we're going to be following the NFC South, and that includes the reigning Super Bowl champion. If you type in command season in the chat, it should give you some information about the reigning
he's got the block animation, and it is blocked. EG with the block and the recovery, and Bayard has some room inside the 30 to the 20 to the 10. Special teams being special for the Tennessee Titans as they put another touchdown on the board. It is a 2-score lead for EG and the Titans.
Yeah, great special teams there for the Tennessee Titans. This is a team that came in with a lot of hope. They made some trades. They've shored up their offensive line. And now the special teams is coming away with some big plays for them.
Ric Flair saying the Giants started Kirk Cousins week 1. Giving up on Danny Dimes in New York.
Hey man, it's almost like maybe you probably don't relate to this. This little maybe a Texas thing. You're in a big truck and you're stuck in the mud, and you're thinking if I just you start gassing it, thinking you're trying to get yourself out, but really you look after a little bit and you realize I'm probably doing more harm than good here, and that kind of seemed like they were just spinning their wheels with Danny Dimes because it just didn't seem like he was getting much better. He wasn't getting the stats in the game. Obviously, with the slow dev, he's not getting the game plan XP. It's not as high. So right now, just really struggling.
Yeah, what about me looks like I've ever driven a truck in my life?
Actually, in Texas, man, guys your height, that's usually the people who do have those big trucks.
Yeah, I'm more of a Honda Civic, thank you very much. As a big play there by the Steelers defense, able to get to Emmett Dwyer, force a 2nd and long. Cardinals are in trouble near the 2-minute warning in the first half, down 14-0. Block kick for a touchdown. That's not bored. I was just, as Bomber regaled me of truck stories. Cook, a lot of room on the right side. I want to know what defense Porter ran there.
Yeah, you got to realize who you're playing. Know your opponent here. The Minnesota Vikings are a 2nd and long, 3rd and long threat to run. And right there you see it. If you get in some kind of dime or some kind of pass coverage, they're sitting in $3.26. That is not the answer against this Minnesota Vikings. You always have to respect the run, as right there you see a 2nd and 17 turn into a 3rd and manageable here, 3rd and 6 at the 22 with 50 seconds left in the first half. This could pay really big for the Minnesota Vikings here.
Hey, so you remember last year when we did fantasy and Deca just had all Kansas City players because he's a homer, and almost won because he had all Kansas City players.
Oh yeah, real life fantasy, yeah.
Yeah, Burns. Is he going to be able to take this to the house? Can the Steelers go up by 4 points? Yes, he can. Artie Burns dancing his way into the end zone. Pick 6 off the tip. Touchdown Steelers. Anyways, so you know who that is this year, right? It's Cougs.
I have been losing so badly, I don't even know.
It's Cougs. He's got Russell Wilson and DK Metcalf. Fun fact.
Metcalf is completely outplaying what anybody thought.
Yeah, fun fact. I played Cougs this week. Russell Wilson, they went to overtime. He had 5 touchdowns, 40 points, and DK Metcalf caught 5 catches in the as a fumble picked up by the Titans. Had 5 catches in the 4th quarter in overtime. I gave up. I was like, well, it was fun not having a loss yet, but when you're just a homer and your homer team plays the bum Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I guess you're going to win. Congratulations.
Yeah, I got a fun story about that. I've tried that method almost every single year, and it never worked.
Oh, maybe you shouldn't be a Lions fan.
Yeah, that might be the root of my issue. Maybe I should play, actually, NBA fantasy probably wouldn't do me any better either because Pop doesn't play guys over 30 minutes over there. So Spurs aren't really a stat-stuffing team. I've tried that theory before, and I thought, hey, it'll be fun.
What's the next sport? Who's your favorite golfer? Fantasy golf. Let's go, baby.
Tiger Woods. Can we play 2001 fantasy
One
golf?
fantasy. Let's go, baby. Emmett Dwyer over the middle, finding Smith Jr. one more time. Give him a first down. 23 seconds. Timeout taken by the Vikings. But how about the pick six by the Steelers defense? Bomber, could this Steelers team be, dare I say, competent?
Yeah, they're making plays right now, but it's almost similar to what we saw with the Indianapolis Colts with the Pittsburgh Steelers here, is the second half usually is when it all falls apart. And if they can come up with a clutch win here in week one, that might pay some dividends for this team.
Oh, Dalvin Cook. What a throw from Emmett Dwyer. A little touch in between the zone. First down at the 33.
So you've seen the Tennessee Titans have traded for Sony Michel, and they traded Dallas for Travis Frederick. So this team has been on the move. And you wonder, why bring in Sony Michel? You got Derrick Henry. He's a superstar dev. He's got the arm bar. Well, they needed this. You know, they want to split the load. They don't want to run Derrick Henry into the ground. And plus, this gives them a little bit more in the passing attack. So I like what Tennessee has done, the moves they've made. And they've drafted well. You got Calvin Vaughn, the wide receiver. They just have a lot of talent.
Oh, Burns almost had his second pick of the day. Looking for the wheel route to Dalvin Cook. Bomber, true or false? I have a feeling this Minnesota Vikings team. All right, well. That was uncalled for. This Minnesota.
If I was right.
This Minnesota Vikings team is worse than the Houston Texans. All right, you said false. All right, I understand, man. I was gonna say I feel like this Minnesota Vikings team has been a big old mirage. They're really good at beating up on the bad teams in the NFC North, and the bad teams on their schedule. But when it comes to playing good teams, I mean, you look at their stats. They can't really pass the ball. They run the ball well, but they don't run it. I mean,
that's what's going to get them over the hump is Dwyer. So here's the thing. Yes, if they continue to play the play style in which they were accustomed and comfortable doing, which was defense and running the ball, eventually that's just not going to – it's only going to get you so far if you just cannot make the throws to make some big plays when you're having issues running the ball, right? So now we're seeing a concerted effort to try to open up the offense, spread the offense. And even though they're using Dalvin Cook in the passing attack, that's pretty much a smart thing to do right here as the Cardinals and Kyler Murray going a phenomenal drive here against the Tennessee Titans.
A nice touchdown pass there for Kyler as the Cardinals going to cut into this lead with 7 seconds left. Your boy LT asking, what is the NBL?
The NBL is a 32-user franchise league, and we're actually a community. We have a development league, and we're going to see another extra point. Danked here. That's probably, what, 4 today, guys?
Yeah.
This is crazy. I've never seen this. I don't know what's going on. But we're in NBL is a Madden franchise community. We have a development league, the Grid. You can apply at 365.maddenbomberleague.com. You work your way up through the Grid to the big leagues. Not many spots open up in NBL. I think our last spot opened up 90-something days ago, nearly 90 days ago. So basically, it's a 32-user franchise league that goes August to August. We play all year round, full immersion content, and just pretty much a community first that loves this game and loves playing franchise football.
Ric Flair asking, hold on, let me get this clown. Ric Flair asking, what did the Titans give up to get Travis Frederick? Jarrell Casey in a first. Out route, left side, Juju Smith-Schuster with a little out route. 9-11, 108 and a touchdown for Frank Sweet.
And this is a Tennessee Titans team that has failed to make the playoffs the first 2 years of this cycle. This is Season 3, Week 1 action here of Madden 20, Season 42 for NBL since Madden 25. So that was the bet the Cowboys are making. This team is still, they have them probably in their head thinking third in the division with the Jaguars and Texans above them. Tennessee's trying to make some noise this year as Eric G has been a perpetual playoff team, just struggling so far.
Oh, Sweet with a throw in tight coverage to Atkins and loses 2 yards.
You know, that's the thing. So take all that risk to lose 2 yards. Hendricks was just sitting over there trying to make a play.
Raider says Nick and RG would be great on clubs. RG's coming down for, he's calling one of the games with Scotty next weekend. You'll see plenty of RG. He'll be down for some of the clubs.
You guys should call the Texans club. Does Texans have a club?
Yeah, they already played last weekend.
But they do it at the NRG Stadium,
Yep.
right? So
Yeah,
the Nick and
week.
RG Stadium. See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
see what I did there? Yeah.
Deep pass looking for Calvin Vaughn. Oh, big hit.
Mariota.
No way, Jose. Yeah, that was a great show. It was Scott Cole, Rico, and
it was
Cecil
the Rico
Shorts.
one. Yeah, I remember he had the polo one.
Yeah, the white polo and Cecil Shorts. It was actually a really good show. Good job to those guys. As they're going to force a punt. And by the way, this Pittsburgh offense forced off the field, and now we get to test that Pittsburgh defense one more time. They've already had one touchdown scored, and they've given up one touchdown. So far, 50-50. Brad says, so who's going to tell EG that Mariota's a dual-threat quarterback?
He is not. We just have not seen Marcus Mariota really use his legs this entire cycle. It's been head-scratching, but they did use their office pen and put it to paper and assign him to a long-term extension. I just don't see the reason that Marcus Mariota has become such a pocket passer in the NBL. He hasn't been successful. How terrible has he been inside the red zone throwing the ball?
Bad.
So it's just been a lot of problems for the Tennessee Titans. And I think if he used his legs and they used some boots, it would alleviate it a little bit.
Oh, cover zero hero from Porter. Big hit on Thielen, but that's sort of what Porter does is he goes cover zero hero. But unlike Gov, he doesn't really know how to run it. And so he gives up a lot of yards. Let's throw up that Madden Live schedule one more time so you guys know where you can get your drops and giveaways this week. Tomorrow, Trumpet Monkey and K-Mac, Zan and C-Ballin. Notice C-Ballin's going live at 8 o'clock Eastern Time instead of 7 on Wednesday. Papa Stranger and Rhino on Thursday. Chewbacca, Lemma, and Shotmaster on Friday. And then J-Dub 10 a.m. on Sunday morning. Everybody with giveaways and drops, or drivaways, as I was about to say.
I like that. Drivaways isn't bad, huh?
Hey, you. It's a little close to driveways, which doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Next giveaway, guys, we got coming up in the next 10 to 15 minutes. We'll give away that Troy Polamalu. We got another game kicking off around 8:30. Although Sklam messaged me and goes, yo, I got to get gas, so it'll probably be 8:35.
I told Jamie that, too. It's like, okay.
King 2 Rico asking, what's the league's rules? If you want to see our full rules page, you can go to MaddenBomberLeague.com, click on the rules tab. You can see the full rules section. But if you're first time joining us, you'll see can't run the same name play more than once a game. So everybody has custom books with unique plays, so you'll see a lot of passing, a lot of running. Very different from the competitive game, just the way that we do it here in the NBL.
Just be prepared to download a large PDF file.
It's not a PDF, it's just a Word file. Jump
Ooh,
ball to
that's
Smith.
CBI right there.
Yep, Kevin Byard. So both these teams in the red zone.
That throw is basically the epitome of he was hit sticking that receiver. If the ball would have got there to him. I don't know if that was a catchable pass though. That's the one question, right? Doesn't it have to be catchable for it to be called? It's right there, a little bit of a benefit there. Isabella.
Touchdown for the Cards. Hey, how big is that missed extra point though now? 14-12.
Oh, it's huge, and hopefully the Cardinals, and they are going to chase because it is tout. I wouldn't even chase it here because now it's just you're almost doubling it.
10 out of 10 to Jamie in the chat who said, "Gotta gas up the old Xbox." As it's going to stay a 14-12 game.
The Tin Man, Adam Sklam. Got to oil up before the game, I guess.
Dwyer getting out of the box. He'll throw this one away. Pittsburgh's defense trying to stand tall. Minnesota in field goal range at the 20-yard line. Big 3rd and 8. Pittsburgh looking to get a stop and stay within a field goal.
Yeah, trying to hold the 3. The Pittsburgh Steelers have done a pretty good job kind of grinding this game out. This is a game that if you really look at it, this is Vikings football. It's a slower paced, grind out game. You move the chains. It's not a bunch of big plays, but Pittsburgh has been able to withstand that style of play and then create their own turnovers based off that. We saw an Artie Burns pick 6 earlier. So Pittsburgh's done a great job. Defense has been alive and alert today.
Dwyer on 3rd and 8 in the pocket. Looking over the middle. He's got it, man. That's Stephon Diggs. Good click on. Good hit. Artie Burns.
Wow.
Artie. What a game Artie Burns is having.
His stock is rising right now. He's playing next to P.J. Rogers, who was a top cornerback selection in the NBL Season 41 rookie draft. I mean, this is a guy with a ton of talent. Playing opposite of him, and you're just seeing plays being made for days on the defensive side for Pittsburgh. Got Artie Burns. Mike Hilton's out, so Artie Burns has already moved up the depth chart there. And P.J. Rogers is the real stud, 85 overall in his second year here. He was the 3rd pick in the NBL Season 41 rookie draft, and we haven't seen anything from him. It's been pretty much Minnesota trying to target Artie Burns, and it just hasn't worked out for him.
Crossing route. Good throw to Calvin Vaughn from Mariota, still up 14-12, but Tennessee stormed out to a 14-0 lead, and we thought we might have to change games. But Arizona able to storm back, and they're near the 4th quarter. It's only a 2-point game. Both these games sort of on pace with each other. As Atkins carry on the right side of your screen. Both 2-point games, and both just about a minute outside of the 4th quarter. And, well, one of them has Tout with that defensive stick to give up a big run to Sony Michel, the new halfback over in Tennessee.
Yeah, the opportunity for a tackle for loss there, just completely whiffed, and the slash goes outside.
Hey, Frank, Daniil Hunter should look out for him. Double team that boy. I love, by the way, if you look on the left side, is a jump ball. Nice catch.
Oh, and he does.
Oh, it goes right into the push-ups. Flexing up.
Wow. He just basically used his size to hold onto the ball. Swain right there.
What's up,
Former
Canona?
Dallas Cowboy.
I love it.
More known for run blocking. Right there, he makes a nice catch and just basically says, hey, maybe you get tested at the end of the game when you start getting a little eccentric like that after a nice catch.
Sweet out of the pocket on 3rd and 18. Good user coverage down the field. At some point, you got to get rid of the ball. Minnesota with the sack. Shout out to N-Train with the 19 months with Twitch Prime. He figured it out. The old man figured out how to get Twitch Prime working. Football fan asking, who's the best QB in the league right now? I mean, it's Mahomes. He's a 99.
Mahomes is a 99.
And he's great.
And you got Wilson at a 92, and then Andrew Luck at a 92. And then after that, you got Deshaun Watson at a 91. Lamar Jackson, I believe, is a 90. So those are the top quarterbacks in the league right now.
You just put it in the chat, exclamation point link, if you need to know how to link your accounts. To make sure you get those drops. Drops will be live until 9 o'clock. We'll be with you till a little past 9. Because we got a game kicking off in just a couple minutes. Once that game kicks off and we get rolling with that one, we'll do our final giveaway of that Troy Polamalu Mutt 10 card. Mariota on 2nd and 10. Dropping back, and sitting down. How about Stephon Diggs, though, for the Vikings over the top and into the end zone. The Vikings with a huge touchdown. And the Vikings, they're about to go up by 2 scores on the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's an 8-point game, assuming they can make an extra point, which what we've seen from Pittsburgh, they can. But if we've seen from Minnesota, they've been able to actually kick extra points pretty well. And it's up and good. It's a 9-point game.
Yeah, if you're a Pittsburgh Steelers fan in the NBL, it's been a long roller coaster of emotions this Madden cycle. With the draft of Frank Sweet, the benching of Ben Roethlisberger, and he decides, hey, I'm going to stay around. I'm gonna collect my paycheck. And right now, that's just a head-scratching defense there for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Why cover 0? Why give up a layup? Why get that aggressive against a team that has struggled to move the ball?
T-Ports. That's the T-Ports move right there.
You forced the turnover, and you got to pick 6 playing bend, don't break, but now you go into this cover 0. For what reason? I felt like your defense has been pretty strong so far. You've been able to at least hold them to 3. Why risk the opportunity and give up a touchdown?
Frank Sweet looking over the middle, almost threw a pick right away. As the Tennessee Titans kick that field goal, it is 17-12. Guys, I know it's a little late. Well, Minnesota-Pittsburgh, but give me those 4s in the chat. We got 2 fourth-quarter games going on. No, Trackstar. I will not. Thank you, though. 17-12, Titans on top. We'll stay with this game, unless this Pittsburgh game gets really interesting. I was going to say, it's really funny when you pull up the X factors for each team. Ben Roethlisberger, still listed because he's still there on the bench.
Yeah, attributes have completely regressed. Only 2 abilities still alive for Ben Roethlisberger at a 72 overall. Definitely not the same player he once was, and really just relegated to a backup at best.
Big shout out to Canona, one of our good friends from Mutthead, tuning in and gifting a tier 1 sub to Stoney. 2 gift subs for Canona in the chat. Appreciate it, Canona. Thank you for all you do for the Madden community. You are absolutely phenomenal. 4th and 2 for the Steelers. Guess we'll flip over here. See if they can do it. Must you be a subscriber to win, Troy? Absolutely not. As we flip away, the Titans pick off Kyler Murray. Juke move. They're inside the 10. Nope. You just got to be following the channel. Positive force for good in the chat. And you have to be active in the chat. 4th and 2 for Frank Sweet. Look at over the middle. It's got him, man. Juju. Why not? Juju on that beat. Inside the 50-yard line to the 49.
Yeah, the flat was just naked on the right side, wide open, and you got a plethora of Vikings helmets sitting in the middle, but you're going straight to Juju Smith-Schuster. And the Tennessee Titans are going to Sony Michel, former New England Patriot. They brought him over for a second-round pick. They brought over Travis Frederick, and the offensive line is trying to shine here on NBL Live Broadcast 317.
Pittsburgh still committed to the run. 4:02 and counting. By the way, it's 8:34. Where's my gassed up boy Sclam? Let's see his message me. He might have. Sweet on second and 3. Dropping, waiting. Oh, what a cut block at the end. He just throws up a jump ball. Sure. Oh, nope, not yet. Waiting on the Sclamdy Bandy, man, because these two games look about decided. But maybe Frank Sweet can put something together.
I wouldn't count out the Arizona Cardinals just yet either. They can get a big drive here.
Oh, hell yeah.
Some quick scores, and they still got 3 timeouts, put the pressure back on Eric G.
My guy, Chi-Town Bear angle route. That wasn't open. Guys, Chi-Town Bear, Nick, didn't know you were doing the walk the other day until I saw your Twitter post. I was there walking for my niece. Hell yeah, Chi-Town. Good friend from Mudhead, one of the great Madden community supporters. I shout out to Doomhammer with the Twitch Prime sub. We were out in D.C. for the Out of the Darkness walk for suicide prevention, supporting our man T-Ports, who lost his father 2 years ago. It was really a special event. So many people out there showing support, sharing stories. It really was a great event. So big shout out to everybody who came out for the Out of the Darkness walk. And make sure you check out AFSP.org. It's the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. They do these Out of the Darkness walks all around the country. So, check them out. Donate if you can. They're absolutely phenomenal. Chi-Town for sure, man. For sure. We'll be doing it every year. We'll be out there. And who knows what else, man. Yeah, it was an awesome event, Bananas. So glad Bananas and Gov were able to come out for that one.
What about Gov's shorts? Wasn't it cold? Porter was telling me it was
chilly.
cold.
Yeah, it was chilly for sure. Well, Pittsburgh does get the score they needed, and with 3:31 to go, it is back to a one-score game. He goes back to cover 0 hero, double coverage, and picked off by Edmonds. Oh, why throw that ball into double coverage? And how about the play from Pittsburgh's defense? Frank Sweet, you got yourself a chance to be a hero.
Yeah, he's had multiple opportunities.
Of course you are, Gatsby.
Already in his career, Frank Sweet, that is. He just hasn't done it. I'll tell you what happened there. Dwyer went to throw the ball. He thought it was one-on-one. He didn't even see Edmonds, and you kind of saw one black jersey, and it just kind of started splitting, and you're like, oh, there's 2 guys there.
Touts raging in main chat, by the way.
Why?
Kyler Murray is apparently way off. It looks like Tennessee's going to seal this one. I'm going to find out where the other place, where our other game is. You're welcome, Jordo. I don't select which cards are in the drops, but I'm very sorry. Oh, what a catch by Morgan. What a click on to make sure he stayed in front of the defender, because he started to make that all Madden break on the ball. Porter went, no way, Jose. Hey, hop into a chat with Porter right now and see if he yells at you.
No, he only does it if he thinks he's going to win. There's no way him being down. He was ahead versus Bananas and had the ball.
Atkins with the carry. Give him 11. He's at midfield, 2:26 and counting.
Yeah, nice patient running right there. Not much turbo, just kind of finding the wide open lane, the big hole, and does a great job maximizing that run potential there, picking up 10, moving the sticks. Now 1st and 10.
By the way, it is now 8:38. Can somebody get in touch with Sclam and find me where my other game is? As we'll hit the 2-minute warning. I'll do that giveaway in about 5 minutes. We'll do that giveaway. Give me a 1 in the chat if you're excited for a Troy Polamalu. Give me a 2 if you're wrong. Shout out to the guys over at EA for getting Troy Polamalu in this game for MUT 10. So excited to have him back and see him on the field. He is tough. Second down and 8. Sweet dropping back to pass. Pressure picked up from the right side. Wait, over the middle of the field. What a throw. That's Johnson with the catch to the 25-yard line. They're going to give him the 23, and Pittsburgh in business, looking to take the lead.
Sweet's doing a nice job being aggressive and driving the ball down the field. I thought he was a little too aggressive. It seems like this entire game, his mentality is some type of 2-minute drill. We've seen him trying to drive the ball into the teeth of the defense. Right now, he's keeping the defense on his toes, and if this running attack continues to get some yards, it's going to have to really keep them honest.
And out to Atkins, nowhere to go. Jordo Bad Dog asking, are you the MC for the Madden Bowl again? I'll be out there for the Madden Bowl, yep. We have a great crew. Coming up for the clubs these next couple of weeks. Make sure you watch Thursdays and Fridays at twitch.tv/EA Madden NFL for all the clubs action coming up. And then, check out Mudhead on Friday nights. Check out NBL Network for all the programs that'll be here while I'm gone. 2nd and 9. Sweet, dropping back. Pressure. It's picked up. He delivers a strike to Morgan. Big hit on Morgan, though. Prize that ball free. Hey,
this is all because of almost 60-yard field goal on the previous possession. They ended up making it right down the uprights, squeeze it in. Now they're only down 6, an opportunity to win this game, but big 3rd and 9 coming up here for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Now 3rd and 9, Sweet in the shotgun, trips to the left side. Tamuchin on the right side. He might be looking for him. Sweet dropping back. He's looking for Tamuch. He makes the catch in front of the defender. 6-yard line, under a minute to go. Pittsburgh in business.
Yeah, the user for the Minnesota Vikings just completely got killed on that little in route, little speed in across the middle of the field right in front of Frank Sweet's face, but instead he drives it to a guarded Bucky Hodges. You got to question what was going on there in his mind, but trusting his big tight end who's been making plays all game long here on Broadcast 317.
First and goal, play action pass. They're going to throw it on 1st down. Sweet outside of the pocket, lead back in the end zone for Hodges. It's picked off. He threw it into triple coverage to Hodges, and DeMonte Kazee goes, no, thank you. Sit down, Bucky. Minnesota's going to win this game.
Why not just run the ball there? You got 3 timeouts. You're sitting nice. It looked like they were actually in drop coverage. They were in some kind of pass coverage there inside the 4. You probably could have ran the ball right up the middle, picked up a touchdown or at least a few more yards, and then probably ran it again. You had 3 timeouts. What was the hurry there? Frank Sweet, just an immature, inaccurate, forced throw. It didn't really make any sense.
Oh, Dalvin's going to put all doubt out of there. Wow. Well, Sklem's not here or something, maybe. Maybe he's here now. We'll see. All right, he's up. So we do have another game. As zeros are on the clock. Oh, heartbreak. 6 yards away, and Porter, well,
I don't think it's heartbreak when it's continuing to break a broken heart. I mean, the fans of the Pittsburgh Steelers are already heartbroken. Their hearts are already shattered from the last 2 seasons of play. This is just more continue of the same for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Just an opportunity to win the game there, and you just get way too aggressive for really no reason. Frank Sweet just does not know how to kind of dial it back. And we thought maybe he was turning a new leaf there in that final drive.
Yeah, they dropped to 0-1. Does it matter the console for the giveaway? No. If I draw your name, I'll message you here on Twitch. I'll hit you in your whispers, and you just gotta give me your gamer tag or PSN and the console that you want it on. I'm gonna draw that right now. Why not? Good luck to everybody. Yes. Well, this is only an Xbox League. Big congrats to Kenoda. Here we go. Good luck. The winner of that Troy Polamalu is the One You Hate One. Following since today. Great job hitting that follow button, the One You Hate One, because you got yourself that Troy Polamalu. Check your whispers. You'll have 5 minutes to claim.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. Hey, 2. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Hit it. Don't let him breathe.
All right, he's been messaged. I have 5 minutes to claim. He'll have till 8:50. Drops are live and active until 9 o'clock. We got our final game of the day. It is the New Orleans Saints taking on the Tampa Bay Bucks. Bomber, the feature of building the franchise this season. For the first time, instead of as Reed picks that one off, the former Texan Justin Reed, first pick in this Tampa Bay uniform. Instead of following just one team on BTF, we're following an entire division. This division, the NFC South, and we get our first taste of it here on NBL Live Kickoff Show.
Yeah, excited to see what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who had a lot of movement this offseason. They had a plethora of picks. They had the first overall pick, the third overall pick, and then to top it off, they trade for Andrew Luck
And there goes
and
Rojo.
Justin Reed.
And there goes Rojo. And he's into the end zone. The Bucks up 6-0 early. Justin Reed, how was he acquired for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Is that a
What's
trade?
the stream for Sclam?
Colonel Sanders 94. He says confidently. Better go back up.
Justin
Yes.
Reed went for Mike Evans, and they got a couple futures, and they also gave away a star dev outside linebacker, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, that is. So they shipped Mike Evans, a star dev, 23-year-old outside linebacker that they selected in the second round the previous year, 23 years old. And they ended up getting the 94 speed, nearly 90 overall, 24-year-old free safety Justin Reed. They had a lot of cap, so Tampa is really excited about building this defense. They had the first and third pick, and they went with an outside linebacker in Cherry. As you see him right there making play, number 44. And then they also, with the first overall pick, they went with the left tackle. So I think Tampa just completely won the offseason this year.
The One You Hate One did claim that prize, so congrats to the One You Hate One. You got yourself that Troy Polamalu. Congrats to Zez Marine one more time for the Dante Hall, and we appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Sorry if you weren't one of the winners. Hope you got your drops, and hope you'll tune in next time. Let's show you that Madden Live schedule while we have a second, because all these guys are going to have drops and giveaways all week long. Trumpet Monkey and K-Mac tomorrow. Trumpet Monkey immediately following Good Morning Madden. Zan and Seaballin on the 6th. Note the start time for Seaballin is 8 p.m. Popular Stranger Daisy Rhino on the 7th, which is Thursday. Friday is going to be Chewbacca Lemma and Shotmaster, and then J-Dub on the morning, Sunday the 10th. Make sure you check them all out. Drops and giveaways all week long. Shout out to Kralo and Gabby and the entire Madden team for making this possible. Streamers all month long. As we are finishing out our stream, we'll be on till 9 o'clock Eastern time. Probably a little bit after. We'll finish out this game. 7-0. Tampa on top. Bomb this Tampa team. I mean, again, I know we're only looking at, what, a drive and a half. Less than half a quarter. It seems like they're playing with a little more confidence than they did last year.
I didn't even see the drive. Who ended up scoring? Ronald Jones?
Oh, yeah, Rojo took it 70 yards. Luck to Jones. Nowhere to go over there. Weird seeing Andrew Luck in that Tampa jersey. I like those Tampa jerseys a lot, by the way. The blackouts. They're fire.
Oh, yeah, I kind of do like them, too. But I also like the cream-colored ones as well.
Creamsicles?
Yeah, I would never buy one, but just to kind of watch on the screen, they're visually, they're kind of cool.
Randy McAdams in the chat said, been some close games, but that Pittsburgh decision was just mind-boggling. Hey, Randy McAdams, welcome into the mind of T-Ports.
Hey, and if you want to give Cameron Jordan a sack, just kind of stroll over to where he's pass rushing and be like, hey,
Just
go ahead and take me down.
leisurely walk over there.
Look at this. Andrew Luck, it's just almost as if he just doesn't believe Cam Jordan has anything left in the tank. No pun intended there for Adam, but it looks like Sclam said, no, we just filled the tank up. He's got a lot of tank. We topped him off.
Plenty of tank. Plenty of gas in that tank. Especially all you guys who are hitting that follow button, by the way, so you know each and every time we go live here on the NBL Network. 3rd and 16 for Luck and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Already up 7-0. Drop back into that little gun split close action. 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end as Luck takes the snap. Really likes rolling right to Cam Jordan. Throws it back left. And O.J. Howard tries to make the play, but good defense by the New Orleans secondary. Tampa Bay forced to punt. T-Porch, your decision-making is terrible in the game, but your decision-making on pizza choice was top-notch. Although I will say nothing beats Donato's.
Yeah, nothing beats Donato's. We're going to be having that when we're in Phoenix as well, right?
Oh, yeah, we are.
And you're going to be paying, though, right?
Oh! As long as
Nothing was better than coming in late about
I get my own pizza, sure.
2-3 a.m. and getting the leftovers.
Bomber comes into our house in Virginia Beach. He goes, oh, so you got some pizza. What is this, Donato's? He's like, what is Donato's? I'm like, it's
Hey, the best
pizza
part,
that I had at home.
Yeah.
Took one bite, took another bite, took another bite, took another piece. It's like, pizza's pretty good.
Hey, the best part was every time that we'd be leaving the bar or something at Virginia Beach, we'd be coming home and all the guys would be like, let's go get something to eat. And I'm like, nah, man, come on, let's just go home, man. I'm ready to go home. But I already knew food was at at my place, dude, so I knew we were good.
Why you stay with the fat guys? It's always food.
And then we get in there, and my only question was who kept ordering the extra large pizza of whatever random thing it was. It was either like a Supreme or something like that, and it never would get eaten.
That was the it was the mariachi chicken. It's like a spicy taco chicken. Like, it's one of my favorites. Is Austin Seferian-Jenkins breaks a tackle. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown Saints. Your prize is a Donato's pizza.
That's a layup right there. That's one of the things defensively you have to think. How can we force the New Orleans Saints quarterback Luke Windsor, obviously former first overall pick in the NBL season, 41 rookie draft, how can we force him to have to go to a second read? You cannot give him layups. Right there, that was just a layup. First read, hikes the ball, checks the tight end on the seam, wide open, just the easy pitch and catch into the end zone. And it's almost like the Steelers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are on the same page there. That might be overturned.
That
I think that's coming
out,
back.
but I don't even think the game thought it was. You don't have to challenge it, bud. Come on. Do we not understand football anymore? Turnovers are reviewed. There you go. Sclam, whiffing too much of that gasoline. Did Dubes ever come back after I timed him out?
I don't know.
Minutes off to go in the first quarter. 7-7 the score. Andrew Luck at the helm. For the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, drops are active until 9 o'clock Eastern time. Luck in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers to the left side, 1 over to the right side as Luck takes the snap on 1st and 10. Looks over the middle and throws it directly to Lee, who is going to waltz his way. 10-5 touchdown, Saint. Is that Markel Lee with the pick?
Hey, you got to wonder if they're just giving it away here. That was a terrible pass. That's Elijah Lee, number 56 for the New Orleans Saints out of Kansas State, 4th year in the NBL here. 83 speed, 90 excel, and zone coverage. 71. That's pretty good for a linebacker.
I ain't fighting Dubes. I find him annoying. I don't want to fight him. I just timed him out because he said stupid stuff in chat. Is Jamie on vacation again? No, Gibbs. I think that's the problem. He's here and playing. Got him. 14-7 the score. Already GG's in the chat. Saints up 14-7. Can Tampa recover? Minute 3 to go in the first quarter. Luck in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers out there, man in motion as Luck is going to hand this one off to Rojo over the left side. Cuts it upfield. He has a first down and more inside the 50-45. Juke move. He'll be taken down at the 36-yard line. Why don't they give the ball to Ronald Jones more?
No, it's just Cadillac Jones. He's so smooth, and he can accelerate. He's fast. But right there, it's not about just bursting speed with Ronald Jones, even though he has it. Right there, you saw just a run to the outside. It's controlled speed. So smooth, so precise right now. He's balling right now. And now they're going to bring in a little spell back here with Marlon Mack, former Indianapolis Colt.
Jordo, Dubes is in our league. I just time him out when he's being dumb. Gotta keep you gotta have a heavy hand. Sean Nathan 91. How many drops this stream? I've only gotten one. I have no idea. I don't know if it's 1 or 2. No clue. End of 1, 14-7. Saints on top. Unfortunately, the NFC South, Bomber, you got 2 pretty good teams ahead of you with the Atlanta Falcons and the defending Super Bowl champion Carolina Panthers. Do either of these teams pose a threat to one of those two as possibly challenging for a division title?
Yeah, I think the Falcons might be in a little bit of trouble here. We're talking about a team that's definitely on the decline. Quarterback Matt Ryan's regressing. They're in some cap issues, right? They're a little tight with cap. We've already seen them lose Julio Jones. We've heard Keanu Neal's on the block. So this is a team that's very tight financially, trying to figure out and maneuver a way to keep some key players and not lose too much in this transition. But yeah, when you lose a quarterback, Devontae Freeman, obviously close to 30 now at 29, he's regressing as well. I think this opens the door for a team like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and even possibly the New Orleans Saints, because you have a lot of young talent that can make some plays and maybe get over the hump versus a regressing Atlanta Falcons team.
There you go, it's 1. Our NBL Bleacher Report team predictions for the season had the Panthers at 13-3, Falcons at 12-4, Bucks at 7-9, Saints dropping all the way down to 5-11. So they got the team that had the best offseason, but was a 1-win team last year, overtaking the Saints and getting to 7-9.
Yeah, that's a little aggressive right there. And you look at the Saints have actually gotten better. You would think a little bit more, but too easy peasy on the ground.
All right, maybe they're right. Touchdown. They're an extra point away from tying this game up.
Yeah, the New Orleans Saints have an issue here defensively. If they can get you into trying to drive the ball into their drop coverage, they're actually a really good defensive team because they have the pass rusher in Cam Jordan. But if you run away from Cam Jordan and you force this team to have to defend you in the rush, it's going to open up a plethora of problems on the backside. Watch, you're going to see it as the game progresses. They're going to try to take away the run, and that's when Andrew Luck's going to be able to open up over the top and make some big plays down the field here offensively.
Windsor hands it off to Kamara. They got a pretty good running back over there in Alvin Kamara. It was not evident by that run, though. Yeah.
Oh, Ryan Ramsey just gets in his way. He's stumbling over him. It's week 1. This is what you get. You didn't get many reps in preseason. You kind of have more, I want to say older team, but a more veteran, poised team that has maybe get a little bit more reps early in the year to kind of get their footing right. But let's see if they can get Michael Thomas going here with Luke Windsor. Oh, nice release there.
Windsor looking left side. Yeah. 3 of 7, 91 yards, touchdown and pick. And he's lucky that one of those Tampa Bay Buccaneers didn't come up with a pick. Now facing a 3rd and 12. Guys, stick with us till the end, by the way. We will be rating, I think we're going to rate drag. So make sure you stick with us while we show some love to some of the other Madden streamers as Alvin Kamara, a little angle route, picks up 15 and a first down. That's why Alvin Kamara is so tough, Bomber. Is not only does he have those extra hot routes, but he is just a pass-catching machine at the halfback position.
Yeah, well, in the NBL, there's a running nickname to Alvin Kamara. It's Angle Kamara because he's just so dangerous out of that angle route out the backfield. It makes it really tough to run man coverage against this New Orleans Saints defense.
Windsor on 1st and 10. Throws it right over the middle. Oh, good coverage there. Levante David almost had the pick. Yes, this is a CFM wood bicycle. Full 32-man CFM.
You want to know what I'm surprised about with this Tampa team?
What's up?
Levante David still has the captain patch, full gold. His name has been tossed around in throw-ins to all of the trades that the Bucs have made, and yet he still finds himself a Tampa Bay Buccaneer and a captain as he doesn't get his feet down there.
I like that Exclaim didn't even wait to see the replay to see if it was worth it. He's just like, challenge right away. What's up, Freddie? Nope. He's out of bounds. Good read. First half, I guess you don't really care about those timeouts, though, right?
Eric G's 1-0 right now, guys. He's really feeling on top of the world, the owner of the Tennessee Titans. He's giving running advice to people in the league, telling everybody how to hit the gap. And then he messaged me that he's on top of the division right now, and it feels good.
Yo, EG, if you could lose your next 15, that'd be cool because I'd really like that pick to be good. Windsor.
Left side. I think that was Michael Thomas breaking on. It wasn't a post. It was kind of an in, a rounded in there on the far left. He went with the hard breaking out. But, man, Michael Thomas is having his way releasing on these cornerbacks so far. I expect a big play from him incoming here as they approach midfield here.
EG, I'm just asking. Wood Bicycle asks, I have a question about CFM for you. Will quarterbacks like Darnold lose their paranoid under pressure over time, or will it be possibly negated by throw under pressure trait? I don't believe the traits change.
Yeah, I haven't seen any change. The only thing I've ever seen change in CFM trait-wise is, now that we don't get to upgrade them like we used to, is discipline.
Hey? No. Throw that one away. Yeah, it might, but I haven't seen it. In fairness, I haven't paid that much attention to those traits in a while.
Yeah, I look at them actually more than casually, and I do notice older players will go from disciplined to undisciplined as they get older, so there'll just be a little bit more penalties, they get a little slower, start holding.
Oh, he's got him over the top.
And I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so. Michael Thomas's release this game, it just seems like any time that they're in man coverage,
why did he
really
go for the aggressive catch? Can I ask that?
Yeah, I would have caught that.
It's a touchdown on the rack.
Yeah.
This Bucs team likes to play a lot of man. They trust their linebackers in that cover one hole because they got Levante David to drop back into the middle of that defense. But right now, Michael Thomas has not been able to be stopped. It's 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Kamara just makes a slight right turn around the user, barreling in and scores a touchdown. An interesting call going with the cover 4 drop inside the red zone. The Saints going to go back on top. Ball is down. Kick is up. Beautiful hold from Brett Hundley. 21-14 Saints.
A lot of people talk about who's the best halfback in the NBL right now. Zeke Elliott, obviously a front runner. Saquon Barkley, so forth and so on, usual suspects. But I think Alvin Kamara often gets overlooked because what he does in the passing attack makes him just such a dynamic player. 700 yards on the ground last year, 5.1 yards per carry, and 7 touchdowns. But what he was able to do in the receiving part of the game, taking some pressure off of Luke Windsor, I just think he's a nice safety, a blanket, and he has that big play explosive ability. And I think Ronald Jones is probably kind of tailoring his game to try to become similar to what Alvin Kamara is to the New Orleans Saints.
Nathan, appreciate it. It's a good thing you got going on here, guys. I dig. I'm going to go stream myself. Have a good one. Thank you for tuning in, Sean Nathan. Hope to see you at a future NBL broadcast. 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers. Nearing the 2-minute warning in the first half. Luck rolling left. Luck stepping up. Pump fake. Oh! The pump fake left the guy open, and then he didn't throw it. I
think he was double tapping it, actually.
He was just like
I think he was
on
trying
that
to lob it. I think that had to be a brain fart because if he was going on the left side, he had a step. And like you said, yeah, the pump fake obviously drew the defense somehow off of the receiver.
Wow.
But he had a step right there. Andrew Luck just had to put the ball in the air. I think he just kind of went Madden 19 on him and just kind of double tapped.
I got to throw the ball. Been there. Great Gatsby. Appreciate you tuning in, man. 2-minute warning here in our final game of the day. Drops should be off, but we'll stick with you till the end of this game unless it gets excessively out of hand. 2nd and 14, little gun cluster action for Jamie. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Luck in the shotgun. Rojo on his right hip. It's a screen pass. It didn't go anywhere, though. Sheldon Rankin's able to get to the quarterback. Never good when you take a sack on a screen.
Yeah, this was one of the concerns I had. When we did the draft show, we talked about Tampa, what they needed to do as far as bringing in talent around Andrew Luck. They solidified the offensive line, bringing in left tackle Devontae DeBose with the first overall pick. But I thought maybe they needed some help at wide receiver. Chris Godwin, Sammy Watkins is the big signing they had this year, the 28-year-old. He has some ability, but I would have liked to see them go after a wide receiver in the draft and give Andrew Luck a toy to kind of drive the ball down the field, as right now that seems to be kind of the missing piece against this New Orleans Saints defense.
Luck sacked on 3rd and 22 as Marcus Davenport makes the play, and then the Saints take a timeout. They're out of timeouts, but they're going to get the ball back with great field position, unless that punt. What a great punt from his own end zone. 34, inside the 35, taken down to the 37. What a boot from the punter. Tampa
that's how
Bay's
you flip the field right there.
Whoa!
Yeah. OSU.
That was
is
amazing.
Insanely impressed here.
Well, it's just only because I've watched a bunch of games in the last couple of weeks where I've seen punters pin back at their own one, and best case scenario, they get a 30-yard punt off because they have no time. That was a 55-yard punt off his foot. That was beautiful. Luke Windsor to the angle machine, Alvin Kamara. First down to the 44.
AMK, Angle Machine Kamara, doing what he does best, and that is breaking off the linebacker over the middle of the field, cutting right in front of him, and then after the catchability, I'm telling you, man, this is one of the most dynamic halfbacks in the game because of what he can do in the receiving game, and right now Luke Windsor is kind of relying on him and Michael Thomas.
Windsor dropping back. He had B with a step over the top, but he's going to take the underneath and take the drag route to the 36. Minute 2 and counting in the first half.
I like what I've seen from the New Orleans Saints. This is a team I thought maybe was a little dead in the road. Tampa got all the hype. Tampa's kind of been, similar to the Cleveland Browns in the offseason. We thought, man, this was the team to beat, or this was the team that was going to do something. Kind of falling flat here in this opening game.
Stupid Lions fan with all your wins. Shut the fuck. No one likes you.
Hey, we got wins, we got losses, we got ties. We got all of it.
Couldn't beat the Raiders, man, really? Out route, Coleman.
Hey, that Raiders team, man, I'll tell you what, man.
Great 500 team.
Derek Carr, man.
Great 500 team, man.
Well, yeah, we're not a 500 team, so if they're 500, of course we should lose. We're below 500 team.
I've still got a $100 bet on that with Fat.
What's that?
That the Raiders are going to finish at 500 or below. He keeps saying 9-7. Windsor, all sorts of trouble. He's going to chuck this one away. Four and 4. They're on pace for 500. They do have some cake games coming up, though.
What are they doing with Kamara here? They're going to run out of time.
Safarian. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Sure.
That's the number 1 overall pick, NBL Season 41 rookie draft. No sophomore slump for this guy. That's a touchdown for Luke Windsor. Man, I tell you what, man, we had a lot of questions about Luke Windsor. Man, that was a John Gruden impression on accident. We got a lot of questions about the 22-year-old.
A lot of questions about this man coming out number 1 overall.
I'll tell you what, man.
Telling you what, man.
92 throw power, 6'6", 234 out of Auburn. He was up there trying to break Cam Newton's records and just kind of become that centerpiece of that university, and he kind of has. I mean, right now, he's looking like he was well worth that first overall selection.
All right, sure. Don't know if it was a smart throw, but it was the right throw, as it's a 2-score lead now for New Orleans. Luck sending the man in motion to the left side. He's just going to hand this off to Rojo, try to find something in the run game. Good tackle there. And we'll head to halftime. 2-score lead, 28-14. Luke Windsor, the story in this game. And how about Austin Safarian Jenkins? 2 touchdowns in the first half.
Yeah, here's a theory I got for you, Nick. So he burns that last time out, which puts him in a very hurry-up situation. And then that last throw, he almost had to force it there or throw it away. If he had his timeouts, he probably doesn't make that throw and risk throwing into traffic like he did, which ended up paying off for him.
Shout out to Canona with the bits. Appreciate the love. As it's 28-14. This drive's got to feel real important if you're a Bucs fan to just cut this back to 1 score with your first drive of the second half.
Yeah, you got to regain control here. Got to keep the running attack alive, but I like to see get a little vertical down the field with Andrew Luck here.
Only 42 passing yards for the Bucs so far. It's on 1st and 10. Well, how about O.J. Howard? That's a pretty good tight end. They got a pretty good tight end over there in Tampa. They've only thrown the ball 5 times so far. One of them was a pick. One of them was a touchdown. And right there, a nice gain for O.J. Howard near midfield. What's up, Jay Bird?
If I'm going to be rolling to the right and I'm looking for O.J. Howard, I'm going to double-team Cam Jordan because right there you just see him trying to get off that edge right there. And if he is able to disrupt that play by getting off to the edge, everything blows up on you.
Luck looking for the corner route. Reynolds made the catch in open space, hit the end zone. Prince Amukamara went for the pick, and he ended up grasping nothing but air as the Bucks scored 2 plays. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
And that's what you wanted, a quick response at home. All right, the home crowd's back in it here. Only down 7 pending this extra point. And the pressure's going to be back on New Orleans, but New Orleans has done such a phenomenal job incorporating Michael Thomas over the top, Alvin Kamara, a.k.a. AMK, the angle machine Kamara. He's been unstoppable underneath. They have a nice little 1-2 punch going right now. Let's see if Tampa has some adjustments there coming into the second half.
Doomhammer, yes, 6-minute quarters. Yeah, man. Jaybird, we're going to be hanging out in Cali. West Division's coming up. Jaybird representing the 49ers. It's going to be a lot of fun, man. Be interesting to see who joins Voltrax and Mills. A pretty good game here. 28-21 as we're finishing up this stream. Appreciate everybody who hung out with us for the drops and the giveaways earlier. Toss play to Kamara. That's a real nice cut back inside. Stays tight to his blocker and picks up 5. Because if he tries to bounce that outside, Lavonte David is there and he loses a yard.
Watch the lineman there on the outside 72. He's just running. I believe that's Armstead. There was four defenders out there, and he was just basically just trying to stay somewhere where Kamara could kind of use him and fall forward, and they do it, and he picks up 5.
And Billy Wonka, appreciate the love. Appreciate it, Canona. Appreciate the love. It makes everything awesome. Hold on. Let me edit this command.
Which command are you editing?
Drops. You gotta stop. Drops can't say drops are active anymore because they're technically not. Safarian Jenkins, drag route, first down, and boy, how good has he been?
He's been great. I think Luke Windsor's finding the open man. And all this is pretty much to draw the defense in. When you got a team zone blitzing and drop covering on you, you're just drawing them in, and then eventually they're going to take a shot to Michael Thomas over the top like you saw in the first half. But this has just been a phenomenal responding drive. How will they respond to Tampa with the quick score? Well, they're going to come down and try to match that score back on Tampa and extend it back to a 14-point lead. So you're seeing a lot of positives on both sides of the ball. We had some really good games today here on NBL Live Broadcast 317.
All right, fixed it. Anyways, 2nd and 13, I formation. Luke Windsor dropping back to pass. He's got A wide open. Why not find that A? Austin Safarian Jenkins. Bomber, is this the next Tamuchin Hodges?
I don't think he's at that point just yet.
To get blatantly force-fed?
And he's 28 years old, older player here. But yeah, he still has a little bit of tread left on those tires. Athletic tight end, 6'5", 262, 86 speed, 87 excel, and he's helping stretch his defense.
So that looked cover 0 to me. Could be wrong. It was cover 3, but was that a run commit? Sure felt like it because that was a lot of guys in the gaps.
Barry right there, the rookie, 3rd overall selection. Outside linebacker for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coming away with another tackle. I've seen a lot of him today flying around. He's got a lot of potential on this defensive side of the ball.
Windsor on 2nd and 10, rolling left, looking for anybody open. It is good coverage downfield, but the late playmaker to who else? Austin Safarian Jenkins, who fumbles the ball out of bounds through the end zone, and the Bucs get the turnover. Safarian Jenkins with a little Derek Carr impression fumbles it through the pylon, and the Saints get no points on that drive. The Bucs a chance to tie it up.
Don Murphy bunting, the 84 overall, 92 speed, 94 jump, 91 agility, their best cover corner, comes away and makes a play that usually we wouldn't say that's a typical play of him, but he lays the lumber down and really just might have changed the outcome of this game as it looked like they were driving. 58 hit power. This is not a guy known for that. High awareness, fast, speedy corner, comes down, superstar dev, makes a superstar play, and Safarian Jenkins probably should have just dove into the end zone right there.
Well, just like that, the Bucs a chance to tie this game up. How about a toss play to Marlon Mack? Nowhere to go over there to the 24-yard line.
I don't think we've seen that on NBL Live before.
Nope. At
least in that fashion. That was, I saw it and I knew what it was. I just couldn't believe. Man, that's a crazy turn of events. A little home cooking here for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as well.
3rd and 6 for the Bucks. They need to capitalize on that fortunate break. Luck, gun bunch action. She drops back to pass. Jones picking up the blitz, looking for Perriman. Little touch pass. You bullet that, he has it. Instead of touch pass, lets the corner over there come back and make a play, and so you get a great turnover, and you go 3 and out.
Yeah, and that was a rack catch as well, and Perryman obviously speedy wide receiver, never quite lived up to the hype, not the greatest hands, not the greatest route running, but right there had it in his hands, couldn't hold on to it. But the defense back on the field, and New Orleans has to go another, 76 yards to get into the end zone. And they were just there with Safarian Jenkins. We were upping him, saying how great he has been here in NBL Live Broadcast 317. That was just a...
Tamuchin would never fumble that ball.
Well, no, he doesn't get the ball passed in front of the goal line either. He gets it high pass into triple coverage, deep in the end zone.
Yeah. Did he catch that one? I couldn't remember. Was that a no?
In spirit.
It was caught by somebody in that triple coverage. Big Charles says fumbles suck, no doubt. Windsor dropping back. Jamie dropped back. He was on the wrong guy. He tried to drop back with Vita Vea in coverage. It didn't go well. He goes, crap. How about Luke Windsor? 16 of 24. Got over 300 passing yards. This team's looking to air it out. They're not going to run it with Kamara. They're going to use the passing game, and they are outplaying Tampa Bay at every metric, except they're only up by 7.
Yeah, no pass rush. It actually had the dig on the slot on the left side there. Didn't take it, went underneath. But Windsor's not getting really any pressure to him, so it's been really comfortable in the pocket,
Lord.
him making these throws. And right as I say it, down he goes.
Oh, Lord. That was a cover 0 hero. Agba gets picked up by Kamara off the play action, and then the fullback, Ham, great name, just sits there and holds Luke Windsor. They're like, no, you will get sacked, sir.
Come on, set. 18.
Darth Penn says the Bucks are cursed.
Hey, 2.
2nd and 15, Windsor dropping back. 4-man rush for the Bucks.
Curl.
He's just sitting there. He's going to playmaker. Oh, he's going to back foot it to Boyd.
Luke Windsor, what
Clem
are you
shook?
doing?
Is Clem shook?
I don't know. You had the curl on the left side. Would have made it a 3rd and probably 8. And who knows? Thomas might break off the run after the catch because he's just that good at staying on his feet. Very tough to bring down physical wide receiver. Now they're in a 3rd and 15. Biggest 3rd down of the game.
Well, Bucks sail action. Windsor dropping back on 3rd and 15. Throws it over the middle. He finds Michael Thomas, but Thomas takes a big hit, and now the Saints will be forced to punt this one away.
Had 88 breaking on that C route wide open. If he would have smart routed him up the field, probably would have picked up the 1st down, but instead just tunnel vision, looks for Michael Thomas. And as crazy as this game has been, even down 7, I think Tampa kind of has the momentum here. It's all for the taking right now if they want this win right now to match their output of wins from NBL season 41. Now is the time. Andrew Luck, you are a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. They gave a lot for you. Now go win this game.
Be an X factor. One more time, we're going to give a big shout out to everybody in the chat who hung out with us. We know we're a little late past 9 o'clock, but we got a great game on hands. We're near the 4th quarter. Shout out to our sponsor of NBL Live, Elgato. Go over to elgato.com. Get yourself one of the wide array of streaming products that Elgato has to make your stream a little bit better. And thank you to Elgato for being a continued supporter of the NBL Network. Final play of the 3rd quarter, it looks like. Andrew Luck in the shotgun, empty backfield, looking right. He's got him. That's Reynolds waving at him in open space, breaks a tackle down to the 27-yard line. Fours up in the chat. We got ourselves an NFC South ball game. 28-21. Saints on top, but the Bucks driving as Reynolds with a beautiful catch and run.
Yeah, when you looked at this offense going into this game, that is not a name that really jumped off the screen at you. Josh Reynolds, the 26-year-old. I mean, 88 speed, 88 excel, 86 agility. But with Watson, Godwin, and O.J. Howard on the roster, seeing Reynolds ball out is just more to my point. They should have gone wide receiver in the draft.
Jones over the middle to the 19-yard line. Brad asking, is that Josh Reynolds?
What, isn't that what I said?
Yeah, you did. I was there when you did it.
Come on, Brad.
Come on, IRT. 2nd down and 3. Empty backfield for Luck. Driving back to pass. 5:30 to go and counting. Stepping left. He's got a man wide open. That's O.J. Howard. Pick up the 1st down. He makes the throw that Luke Windsor didn't make. find the open guy. 1st and 10 inside the red zone for the Blackout Bucks.
That pass right there is not an easy pass to make. Once your eyes get going downfield, it's very hard for a lot of quarterbacks in the NBL to come right back down to the stationary check there in the flat. Usually it's sitting naked, wide open. We see a sack usually happen, and we go, why didn't he just throw it there? It's not the easiest throw to make.
Reynolds with another big catch at the 2-yard line, cutting in front of the corner, and the Bucks are 2 yards away from tying this one up, and they've done it through the air, Bomber, not with Ronald Jones.
That catch for Josh Reynolds, 87, catching traffic, 87, catching 88. So he's got some really nice catching attributes, along with 88 jumping for the 6'3 frame. He's been able to work very nicely against these third slot corners, 3-4 on the depth chart for the New Orleans Saints.
1st and goal, single back ace, play action. Quick throw, O.J. Howard, touchdown Bucks, an extra point away from tying this Week 1 NFC South matchup, the final game of Week 1. Ball is down, kick is up, with 4:28 to go, Bomber, we got a 28-28 standoff.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to be able to recover from that fumble. It just seems like Austin Severian Jenkins fumbling into the end zone, costing them not just the touchdown, but the possession as well. It just seems, something just seems off with this team. You have to wonder if it's kind of playing with their psyche. 4:24 left, still a lot of time, 0-0 ball game. But if you're a New Orleans Saints fan, or you're somebody on the roster or the front office, you have to feel in this game, it feels like we should be up multiple scores right now, but it's a tie game. Let's see if Windsor can kind of calm down, get it together, and they can make some plays.
Alvin Kamara on an angle route? Interesting. Windsor dropping back. Dumps it off underneath to Austin Sferrin Jenkins, who takes a big hit. Hey, this time he held on to the ball.
Another big hit there on the right side. These corners are rallying down and laying to lumber. You got to see Austin Sferrin Jenkins try to make some kind of athletic play there. Just give me something, big fella. I cannot have you getting squared up and getting cracked every time.
Windsor, he gets hit as he threw, and it's picked off by Justin Reed. The momentum with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as Windsor, in the face of pressure, absolutely crumbles. The former Texan showing out with his new team.
Justin Reed is just in time with that interception. He's been quiet all game, and right there, he just has a nose for the ball. I mean, we're talking a 90 overall, 24-year-old with 94 speed. He just makes plays and finds his way into the spotlight here on NBL Live Broadcast 317.
What a nice defensive play there by Sklam, staying patient. I thought he was going to try to shoot that first A gap, but he waits all the way over to the B gap and is able to bring down Ronald Jones in the backfield for a 1-yard loss. Here we go. As shout out to Difficult News with the follow here on Twitch. 2nd and 11, I formation. Luck under center with Jones at the top of the I, 2 wide, split out wide left. Luck dropping back to pass on 2nd and 11. Waiting, looking, over the middle, has a man. That's Godwin. Holds on to it. 1st down for the Bucks at the 41-yard line. What's going on?
Finally, we
Philly
get a Chris Godwin's sighting here. This is a guy that's been on their team since the beginning of this cycle. He's had his ups and downs, but they thought he could come in here and kind of be wide receiver 1 with Watkins next to him. Sammy from the Kansas City Chiefs. He had a great playoff run, the 28-year-old. Right now, it's been the Josh Reynolds show.
And there's Godwin with another catch. Bomber does feel like both those catches, this one on this play and the one before. If Sklam isn't on the D-line and is usering and is a halfway decent user, I don't know if either of those get caught, and one of them might be picked.
I would have clicked on there with Lattimore there and undercut it. Looked like a left stick down there for Andrew Luck as he brought his receiver back to the ball, but you could have clicked on as a user, probably undercut that and made a play.
Handoff, Jones stays inside. Picks up what looks to be 7 to the 21-yard line. Only 6 carries for Ronald Jones, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had this game tied up.
Yeah, you've seen a nice little sprinkle of Ronald Jones in the running attack. He's had a lot of success. I think it was 6 for 63. And then in the passing attack as well, he's kind of been a threat. So let's see if Ronald Jones, Marlon Mack here can kind of close it out as they enter this red zone.
2-minute warning, and right there, Rankin's able, a little shed in the middle. Huge. Bomber, huge 3rd and 1 upcoming.
Yeah, this is it.
Your ball game.
And the way New Orleans has been playing, it is definitely no question that you take the field goal if you don't pick this up. But if you were playing a more prominent team in the NBL that was rocking and rolling offensively, maybe the Carolina Panthers, you'd really consider going for it on 4th and 1 if you didn't pick this up.
Jones stretch left side, first down. Give him 3, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, as there was nobody over there to bring down Ronald Jones, and now that clock starts a ticking, tick, tick, tick. Saints in big trouble in a game that it felt like they were in control of.
Yeah, an opportunity to go up 14 points, and you have Austin Seferian-Jenkins. Looks like he's kind of just driving into the end zone off a catch, and he fumbles into the end zone, out of the back of the end zone, and it's a touchback and loss of possession, and that was really the downfall in the third quarter for the New Orleans Saints.
Here's the smart move by Jamie. He's going to use every single second of that clock. I formation. Mack into the game at halfback, 2 wide receivers. 5 seconds left. He takes the snap. Mack, left side. He'll pick up 1 timeout, taking the first one by the New Orleans Saints.
Now you still got Michael Thomas. If you can hold him to 3 here, there'll be about a minute left for you with the ball with Michael Thomas, Luke Windsor, Alvin Kamara. If you only need to get 3, it's definitely not insurmountable for the New Orleans Saints, but you got to wonder how fragile this team's ego is after that big-time missed opportunity in the third quarter.
Second down to 9. Luck's going to drop back to pass. Out route. Chris Godwin. First down to the 5-yard line. What a smart call by Jamie. Second timeout taken by the Saints, and Tampa can now go for that little, just run, bleed this clock down, use that final timeout, get it down to a second left, and kick the game-winning field goal.
You know, New Orleans has outplayed Tampa. I think you'll agree to this as well. Tampa
First half,
came
I agree.
on a little bit late. I think even the second half of the second half, if you will, probably about a quarter and a couple minutes maybe of the second half, that's when Tampa really turned it on. But something just changed after that play. Saints were rocking and rolling. Tampa came out the second half, scored quick, Nick, and then you saw New Orleans just respond. They drove all the way down the field, moved the chains, first down after first down after first down, and then they think they're getting into the end zone. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins, that fumble was really just the tail end of this game for this team. I just hope this doesn't carry on to next week.
So I think New Orleans is just going to save this timeout. I think they're going to try to maybe let him into the end zone here. That might be your best chance. You got to hope your guys just don't shed. And let's see what Jamie does here. Is that clock down under 30 seconds to go? Mack in the backfield at the top of the eye. Hands it to Mack. Bounces outside. He's going to go into the end zone. I thought for sure he was going to fall down. I don't know if I would have taken it into the end zone.
I'd probably just do it. Yeah, against the Saints. 1 timeout left.
I mean, it's GG's. It's GG's. You just fall down at the 2.
Yeah, you could have needed it there, though. You know, you didn't have to run a run play. I mean, I don't like running a play if I'm not trying to score because you can get dragged into the end zone. So if my thought was, hey, just run the clock
I would have needed it. I wouldn't have run the ball.
Yeah,
I would not
there
have
you
run
go.
the ball. I would have
if I was
kneeled
running it, I don't like to just give myself up because you just never know if you don't do it right and it dives and then you fumble. You know, it's just so many weird things could happen in that scenario.
I just take knees there because let's point out, 19 seconds left. New Orleans has 1 timeout. And it's a good thing that this Madden doesn't have any sort of animations for X Factors. Oh, wait a second. Michael Thomas is over there. And you're in man coverage.
You got good corners, though.
Does he? Does he have good corners? Because Austin Seferian-Jenkins has beat him about 8 times, and Michael Thomas has had clean release.
Hey, it's only going to take 1 here. Just one play on the ball here. But another post route, it's over. So I'm okay with that. You kept it in bounds. You didn't let him get out of bounds. I would have liked to see Michael Thomas get something and out maybe because you know it's probably going to be man coverage.
Nemo says, I don't want to risk missing a field goal. If you can't trust yourself to make a 22-yard field goal, you got bigger problems.
Yeah, to each his own, but if I run the ball, I'm going to run it and score. If I'm needing it.
I would need it. I don't know why you risk a fumble.
Yeah, I wouldn't risk a fumble or anything crazy happen if my idea was.
There you go.
There's an out route. Gets him a little bit closer here. Down to the 42.
Still running that man coverage, so that out route's going to be there.
And I wouldn't be surprised if you see man up 3 deep once again, and you probably could get another out route and get out of bounds. Like I would out route Boyd over there if I trust him, or even Thomas, but Thomas might be usered now.
1st and 10. 10 seconds left in the 4th quarter. No, Mike, I'm not changing the title because we're about to be done. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 over to the right side for Windsor. Here comes the. I'm surprised you don't just call Hail Mary as opposed to like coming out in a formation with a tight end. He's going to try to block that 3-man block. Chug it up, looking for Mikey. He almost caught that, by the way.
Oh, my God. It almost looked like he did the old Michael Irvin. You know, when everybody's standing there, you just kind of give him that little shove right before you go up. Oh, wow. That would have been tough, and they're going to get one more shot at this.
He had it.
Oh, wow.
He had it. Shout out to Gamer Saloon with a Tier 1 sub. Appreciate it.
I wonder
All
if
right, here we
Jamie
go.
has it where it plays the receiver right now or something, because that's what it looked like.
Might be. 3 seconds left. Stick with us. We're going to raid, I think we're going to raid Drag after this. So stick with us while we raid him. Winds are dropping back. Got to get the ball off. You don't, though. All right. GG's in the chat. Tampa Bay, what a performance. What a comeback. I'm going to throw up the Madden live schedule one more time so you guys know who to show up for this week and where to get your drops and your giveaways. Here you go. Trapper Monkey and K-Mac tomorrow. And make sure Drag's still online. He is. All right, y'all. We're gonna raid Drag. Show them your MBLs in chat. Let them know MBL sent you. Show them some love. Appreciate everybody who tuned in tonight. Building the franchise tomorrow night, 6:30 Eastern time, right here, twitch.tv/MBL Network. Make sure you hit that follow button. So each and every time that we go live here on the MBL Network, and make sure you tune in to all the club championships. I'll be out in San Francisco starting tomorrow. Streams are going to be Thursdays and Fridays. Twitch.tv/EA Madden NFL. Do not miss any of that. Show support to Mudhead. Show support to all the Madden streamers. We're going to get out of here. For my co-host Bomber, I am Nick Mazesko. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Season 42 Kickoff Show. We will see you next time right here on MBL Live.